What's up, you guys? Happy Saturday. I went to a work function earlier today from it was like 11 a.m. to like 4:30. uh, we get there and they're like, "Hey, you need to bring your ID and blah blah blah." We checked in and then it's just I start walking in and I go like, "Oh, they have a bar here. That's cool." So I was like, "It's probably two drink limit." So I go like, "Hey, so what's the deal here? What can I? Is it a beer or is it like whatever?" He goes, "Open bar." So I was like, I turned around, I looked at her, I was like, "Open bar, dude!"
Nice.
And I was like, "It's on, it's on." And yeah, it was free food, free everything. Like it's like a legit place too. Like if you guys ever come down to the East Coast, hang out in Virginia, I'll take you guys. It's so cool. But I had a great Saturday. I took a nap. I took a nap a little bit ago because I'm getting old, and I was like, I need a nap before this thing. But yeah, it was great. Buck, how about you, man? You look like you had a good night. I'm kidding.
Yeah, just lazy day and watching TV shows. I went like out yesterday. I was doing a lot, but tomorrow in the morning by 10, I gotta do my figure drawing session. So I'm gonna drive downtown and do that. Interact with some human beings. And shit. Yeah, so fun, fun stuff ahead.
It's cool, man. In the great state of Texas. Awesome.
You look like
Cashman, how about?
Cartman. You look like Cartman today.
Yeah. No. It looks like Kyle, right? Is it
Kenny.
Kyle from or
Oh,
Kenny?
I know.
Kenny.
I know. It was one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Cash, how about you, man? How you been?
I'm good, man. Can't complain. Alive to see another Halloween, so it's great.
And that's good, man. It's good. It's been a while, right?
Been a while. It's been a while. I've returned.
Did
It's
you
like-
say alive to see another Halloween?
Yes, sir.
Jesus, it's fucking dark, man.
It's a dark month, bro. It's a dark month. I mean,
Eddie,
people's
how-
hearts get ate, so Hellraiser,
Jesus.
Human Centipede. I mean, we can keep
Oh,
this going.
God.
Jesus.
Yeah, let's not keep that going. I'm kidding.
Jesus.
Eddie, man, how about you? How's your Saturday weekend going?
Good. I was Adriana was really excited to watch Hocus Pocus 2, so we watched that.
Damn, I haven't seen it yet. Is it good?
Not really. It was pretty like over the top dumb to me. I don't know if that's like me, but like a lot of the stuff that's getting remade nowadays is just like over the top funny. I don't know.
Eddie, you're
Maybe I'm
30
too
now.
old
You
for
can
it.
watch
Yeah.
you can watch rated R horror movies, bro.
There's
I'm
a
not a big horror guy. That Smile movie's in theaters. I'm
That
thinking
looks
about
creepy,
going to see
bro.
that. Yeah.
Smile. haven't
I
seen
don't
it
like
yet.
people smiling in real life. Hey man, cut that damn smile out, man. What's going on? What's going on, man? Weirdo?
Yeah. I've never been a big horror guy. I mean, I'll watch them, but I'm not like into it, you know.
Yeah, it is October 1st, isn't it? Oh crap! I gotta pay some bills
Yeah,
right
dude.
now. Why
Yeah,
did I do
October
this?
1st. Oh wow.
Live unboxing right here. How about you, Jarhead? You letting it all hang out right now? Let's go.
Wow.
I mean, I just been hanging out, relaxing all day. My girl's got COVID, so
Oh man, sorry to
Oh
hear.
man.
I think she gave it to me because I'm
Ouch.
starting to feel under the weather. So
Oh, you hate to see
All
it.
right, we're gonna leave now. We're gonna leave. No, I'm kidding.
and the crazy part was I was talking
15.
smack. I was talking smack last week. I was like, I've never gotten COVID the whole time, and blah blah blah. And look at me now.
That's when it happens, man.
Look at
Yeah.
me now.
in the
Well,
Talk Smack.
hopefully you get better before Comic Con. So
I will. I'll make sure of that.
make sure. Nice. And Nathan, man, how you been?
I'm doing good, man. I spent the day with the wife and kids. We went to this school event, and they got to play around with fire trucks and a Black Hawk helicopter, and they had a lot of arts and crafts and whatnot, and activities for the kids, and it was fun. I've
Cool.
got some stuff coming in, various things. So it's an exciting time, I guess, for me right now in the collecting world. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, definitely, man. End of the year too, right? So it's just like you're closing up shop, but you want the last pieces to come in. So that's cool.
Yeah, and in fact, I really kind of want to do a room tour, maybe January, February. Things I've been waiting for over 2 years. For example, Jazz Inc. is going to be coming in soon. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, sounds like a good end of the year. But yeah, man, I wanted to open up this Saturday. I know, like, it's like sporadic one. So if you guys want to talk about anything, like, I got some topics here for you for tonight. I'll probably start off with these if you guys want. But if there's anything you guys want to bring up tonight, movies, like horror stuff, like Cash was bringing up. I don't know about the dark parts, but like,
Hey, I'm just saying, Human Centipede. Hey, I don't know if you want to be on the front end or back end. I'm just saying, there's a choice. Hey, choices. Nah, but appreciate Buck and Jarhead for coming on earlier. I'm doing a Halloween giveaway every Saturday, so it's pretty cool. Got art prints like this, and I'm giving away. So if anybody wants to win, you can come on, and so we'll get some art prints away. But I mean, I really love Halloween time of the year. I think it's great. Kids seem to really love it. Doesn't stop as you get older. Keeps going on. Ironically, I don't remember what candy corn tastes like, so I'm going to try some this year.
I thought that was like the worst kind, right? Isn't that what
yeah,
people
I
hate?
thought so too.
It's not
I
that
might
bad.
be weird, but I actually like candy corn.
Oh my
Yeah, I don't
god!
mind it. I won't buy it, but if like it's there, I'll eat it.
I grew up on that cheap like candy growing up as a kid, like that nobody wanted.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
That's what mom used to get. Them circus peanuts. She loved them circus peanuts. So I was always eating them.
Do you guys remember animal crackers? Like, stuff
Absolutely.
perfect, man.
I still eat those too. Shoot.
Nice.
That's string. The string on the box was so
Yeah.
unique. There was, I don't know. It was the way and it was made, and the material. It was, I don't know. It's hard to describe. And they were unique, amongst the other brands, or if you got a generic. If mom came home with a generic, it was not the same as the brand name animal crackers, the Barnum and Bailey.
Right.
Really quick, Matt, I think you got like feedback on the background. I think I'm gonna mute you really quick. Yeah.
Sorry
But-
about that.
You're good. How about you guys? Like, what did you guys eat anything else for like Halloween? I didn't have like a preference, man. Whatever I got, I was good with.
I don't know if this will like share, but they're like, what do you guys think about like people like dressing up like? I don't want to say like a costume or whatever, but like, do you feel like you've ever seen like an over the top type costume before, where it's like, yo, like how much time and money did you put into this? You know what I mean? Like, there's some people who are the character, man, like crazy.
Yeah, like every time I go to Comic Con, I see crazy outfits. Like there was this guy ripping out of an alien was ripping out of his body, and he went around all of Comic Con. Every time he moved towards back and forth, like the alien would come out. So I was like, that's that was funny.
I think it's cool, and I think it's great as part of the pop culture, community as a whole. What I don't really care for, and I see a lot of it, especially you see it on Instagram, is a lot of cosplayers that have kind of a holier than thou attitude, and they won't give you the time of the day. If you wanted to share a story, about a particular character or something, you see them at an event. There's a fine line with the whole what is it? Cosplay does not equal consent movement and all that. But there's a lot of people that are very cold and they're only money oriented in the cosplay community, I feel like. But overall, I think it's cool, and the competitions are great and a lot of fun to watch.
That's a
Yeah.
thing. Cosplay doesn't equal consent.
I know. I was about to say that's what.
What
Was that? Look and let me dance around with no touch.
Yeah, like cosplay does not equal consent. The whole thing is like when you go to an event, just because someone's in costume does not mean that you can automatically like put your arm around them and get a picture. For example.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't automatically give you permission to touch them or get up close to them, invade their personal space.
You can't treat them like those costume people that you hire for parties. Like
Strippers. No, I know what you're talking about, but I'm sorry.
The good group of boys here.
No,
I
I'm
hear it.
reminded.
No, it's cool. I mean, I go all out, with the kids and stuff. I mean, do the homemade dress up stuff. Or if you go to a party or an event or something like that, you go to, I've been to a couple of adult parties where people, they deck out. I had this buddy of mine one time, one is the Grinch, and it looked straight out of the movies. And he said, yeah, it took him, he went to somebody to do it. And he was there for 4 hours or whatnot. But it was amazing.
Matt,
I know
Matt
with
strikes me
my
as the
kids.
kind of guy that goes to a party where they have the fishbowl with the keys.
What?
So no one, drinks and drives.
You said adult parties, Matt, and I said you seem like the kind of guy that goes to those adult parties with the fishbowl where you put your keys in.
I don't think I've ever
don't
done
get
that. No.
Yeah, to keep people from drinking and
You
driving.
You can't drive
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
I'll share a story.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like touching my car.
So, Steve,
So wait, so what do you do? You put your hold on.
Never mind. It's
so
a
what do you do? You
swinger-
put your
It was
keys.
a swinger party joke, but no one fucking got it. Just move on.
That went.
Everybody.
Oh,
damn. It's because Eddie's filthy and we're not.
yeah. What type of parties is this, man?
I know.
So
What do you
anytime
mean
I
you put
see a
the keys in the
fishbowl
fishbowl?
by the entry of the door, I know what's going on. Now,
How do you handle the remote, man? The chip
Oh.
the chip remote.
Whoa. I know what those batteries were used for, bro.
Wow.
All right. This is Saturday night. True in, boy. All right, Nick. Go ahead, man. Sorry to interrupt your thought, bro.
No, it's
Figure out
cool.
where these young bucks are going.
I was gonna share a story. I don't think I've ever cosplayed per se at an event, but I've definitely threw my hand in, to making costumes as a kid. I didn't necessarily always buy something retail. The one I remember, I guess the most vividly would have been, I don't know, very early 90s. I would have been around 12-ish. And I made a Scorpion costume. I was really into Mortal Kombat at the time. And I remember playing it almost every day before middle school in the local Circle K. And I had to get really creative because they didn't have a retail Scorpion costume at the time. So I bought this skull mask and got a 3M filter and painted that to put over it, and then had a black hoodie over that and cut out yellow fabric to form the tunic, I guess you could call it, and shin guards and whatnot. And it wound up turning out okay, for a 12-year-old kid. So I was really proud of it.
Well,
And everyone's silent now. Jesus Christ.
I was about to say, it must be cold or something, man. Buck looked like he's
I
on
know.
top of Mount Everest, man. And Steve's got on his North
Yeah,
Face jacket all strapped up to his neck, man.
I'm pretty cold right now. Yeah.
I thought we were
I
talking
thought-
about cosplay.
We were. That's why Eddie got excited with the leather chaps and stuff for the parties he goes to.
Leather
You
chaps.
said, look, you said cosplay. Eddie's mind went somewhere else. I'm still talking
Leather-
statues.
Leather chaps,
He's
upside
talking
down
about,
pineapples.
you know,
Eddie
he's
brought
talking about
up
locked
leather
door
chaps.
parties. He's talking about
Eddie's
locked
like
door
it was
parties.
a time-sensitive joke.
I was trying to make an old joke about Matt, and no one got it.
King of Banana.
I don't know, man.
Swinging was a big thing back in the 60s and
was?
70s, man.
Oh shit!
God.
Is this historical knowledge you're throwing at us?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's
I'm just gonna
he's
back
trying.
out now.
Intrinsic costumes at
Brent's like,
parties.
Brent's like,
I
what
was
did I
gonna watch
say?
Halloween today, but
You know what? They're doing a marathon on AMC right now,
dude, every year, man, 31 days, bro.
and I was watching that new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, which I guess is like a direct sequel of the
All right.
original, but it came out in 2022.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think, was it on Netflix? I think
Mhm.
it was, if anybody's interested. Because it had, like, the girl that survived the original was in it,
I watched
but
it.
obviously she's much older now.
Oh yeah,
So,
she came back as a lady, the old lady. Yeah.
yeah.
You talking about something Curtis, Jamie Lee Curtis?
Oh, different IP.
Oh, that was Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, talking about Halloween.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Halloween is here, basically. What's your movie?
Nightmare on Elm Street, baby.
Those are good.
Really?
You know what I'm
Man.
sucker for? A lot of people don't talk about it. People Under the Stairs. Like that
Oh, that's a
Wes
good one.
Craven film.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
that
That
one.
was creepy. Yep. It's like a kid's movie that turned out to be really, really creepy.
And it's got like Vin Rames in it, and
We have the meats.
I'm going with
Arby's. Ving Rhames.
no, that's Pulp Fiction. Ving Rhames.
man,
Limbaugh says, check out Smile.
some good jokes
Nah.
tonight. Everybody just gets silent.
What was it? Creep Show? Tales from the Crypt. I'm going with Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, I love Tales from the Crypt.
Which one? Demon Knight or Bordello of Blood?
I think the first one, the one with what's his name? The comedian, Joe Torre.
Oh yeah,
That-
The
The one with Joe
yeah.
Torre.
Demon Knight, right? I think that was the first one to come out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love the TV show, the TV series that was on HBO.
Yeah, HBO.
It was great.
Yeah.
They've since revitalized it in the recent years.
Really?
They've it's come out again. I believe Shutter
Oh,
channel.
that should just stand for shit that no one has.
Jesus.
I mean, if you're, it's for fans of horror specifically. I mean, that's the only genre they show on the network.
Yeah.
Paul's had
Is
a
it-
Pumpkinhead. That's a classic.
It's not that bad. If anybody does want to subscribe to Shutter, I can get you a 30-day free code. So
Well, I need 31 days. It's Halloween.
Jesus.
sorry, man.
Start tomorrow, doggone it.
Yeah.
So quick.
Give me the code tomorrow.
Steve, I'd say go-to horror. I'm gonna have to name two right now.
Hmm.
I've always been a real big fan of cosmic horror. Right.
Hey,
I love reading Lovecraft. I love real freaky movies that often don't have much explanation. So one of my all-time favorites is a movie called In the Mouth of Madness, and
Oh, with Sam Neill.
with Sam Neill, and it's very unique. It's something I can't really describe much without giving too much away, but kind of picture a Stephen King type character that goes missing and is found in this town of his own creation. This imaginary town that now exists in the real world, and there's evil things lurking. But that one and Event Horizon is another one that just deals with some real demonic shit, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. You know, the CGI is real dated in it, but it's a real cool movie. Sam Neill once again, you know. Go figure.
Look at John. John says Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, I guess I'm more like John. I like to watch like the goofy Halloween stuff like Hocus Pocus and Beetlejuice and Haunted Mansion, Addams Family. Like that's more my stuff.
Little
really
Nicky.
like Did
I'll
you
watch
the
scary
original
stuff,
Fall?
but I'm not. I don't know.
I like Aiden's movie, American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, that
You
one's
know,
gruesome.
That's a good.
I've said it before that when I actually saw that movie when it came out in the theater, right after I left the orgy from the 70s.
Whoa.
And I dropped the keys. No, but that was the first time, man, when I saw. Matter of fact, I think the producers of that, those are the ones that did Michael Jackson's
Thriller.
I think. I'm not sure. But that was the first time when they actually showed like the transformation of a person turning into a wolf where the jaw stretched out and everything else. That blew my mind. And then they had the werewolf. It wasn't like the normal werewolves that you were used to seeing. This one was more like this big giant dog that was lurking around the corners. And that movie had me on edge for like, man, a couple of months. Every time it was dark outside, I'm like peeking around the corner thinking there's a giant wolf around there or something, man. They could just go eat me. But yeah, that's a good one.
I know you guys are probably going to give me crap about this one, but like I only liked watching it one time, and it was at the theater. But that movie, Paranormal Activity, where it's just like some. I know.
I was
just that
laughing the whole way through because like the boyfriend was just like cracking. Oh, there's no ghost here. He was just like he was so funny, and then, like I was just laughing, and all of a sudden we were like boom, boom. And he'd be like, "Oh shit, what's going on?"
Yeah, man. I was like, "Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that?" Like, "Oh shit!" Like, but the ending kind of messed it up for me. Yeah, I mean, I like my brother. I'm into the Halloween series, Michael Myers and everything.
Stupid.
You
see Mr. X? He's stupid.
Yeah.
It's Saturday. He's probably wasted right now.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Caligula, baby. Caligula. Or whatever. What's that movie? What's the movie?
Caligula.
No, the family one. Taboo.
I haven't seen that.
Did that come out in the 70s too?
It sure did. With the big round fishbowl.
To relate to anything you guys have said for the past 20 minutes.
That's because you're skiing in the Alps, man.
That's just because they didn't catch up to those films yet where Buck was at.
The movie that kept me up was called Inside.
Wow, that was fucked up, Brenton. Jesus, man. Wow. Fucking hate to see it.
I gotta clip that. What time is it? 23?
But what did Brenton say? Oh no, I missed something important.
It wasn't that important, trust me.
Jeez,
it wasn't that important, but Brenton's turning so red right now.
Oh gosh. Oh.
You guys, Cash might get mad at me, but I never cared for Halloween. Like,
I love that movie.
I like Freddy and I like Jason, but Halloween was always like, I didn't care for Michael Myers ever. I didn't understand the hype there. I thought Freddy and Jason were cooler.
Eddie had his candy stolen as a kid.
Oh, wow.
I think Halloween 5 was on earlier, and Michael Myers is like driving around in a car trying to run over these little kids, and I was just like, what is going on right now? I didn't get it.
I mean, Halloween was fear in its most simple form to me. You know, a lot of those genre-defining slasher flicks from then, and they were simple. They were silly at times, but it was fear itself. It was fear defined and dumbed down, but it was in your face. You didn't have to think much about it, and I think that's why they were so successful. And they
Yep.
appeal to so many people. And then, of course, the characters that they created for them are of course, so iconic too. And for some reason, they stood out over others of the genre. There was a lot of bad special effects in the '80s, though, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
God.
original was good,
Well,
but
you can say that now, but back then, you didn't think that.
well, a lot of those movies were made really cheap too. That was the
Right.
point. It's just real
You know?
low budget. Get them in theaters because they know like teenagers will want to go watch this every year.
Right.
300K,
And-
Brenton.
And they made
300K for the first Halloween movie, but they made 43 million.
And then-
There you go.
And then, sometimes people talk about people with talent that only come along once a generation. Like Dave Chappelle recently talked about that in his special. Well, Tom Savini was one of those is one of those people. I feel like that he was so influential in that era in making a lot of those movies and doing those effects. And he still shows up, in cameos today. But I think he was a big part of why some of those are so successful as well. Him and Wes Craven and the people writing the books, Stephen King and whatnot.
What about
Yeah.
you, Jarhead? Jarhead, you like? I didn't think I heard anything from you yet.
Actually, we were talking about this earlier. I remember when I was a kid that my sister took me, just to scare the crap out of me, took me to the first Freddy Krueger movie, Nightmare on Elm Street, and I can remember just seeing him stretch his arms out, and it gave me nightmares forever. Him walking down the street, him doing that, and then when he killed Johnny Depp, he was sleeping on his back. All that blood was coming up.
Yeah.
Man, I
Yeah.
couldn't sleep on my back for a
You're
whole
like,
year.
okay, so-
Like I just couldn't do it.
Nice.
Hey, here's the sideshow.
I'll get you one sec.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Is that quarter scale?
Quarter scale, yeah.
Wow.
It's
that's
mixed
pretty
media,
cool.
right?
Yeah, mixed media for that. So hopefully you can see it better. Sorry,
Looks
guys.
good.
That's
Who do
funny,
you guys?
Jarhead, though, because she took you to the movie about the killer that gets you in your dreams. So
Yeah.
it's like, you were never
Oh,
free
you
of
got
it.
the Jason one too. Dang.
Yeah.
That's what messes you up as a kid, because if you go to sleep, I mean, everybody's got to sleep, right?
Yep. There's no escaping that.
You've had these for a while too, right? Cash.
Yeah, look, hey man, he got that hair slicked back. You know what
The
I'm
J&D
saying?
hair.
Hey, I'm just saying, hey, Lori was in there with the, you know what I'm saying, getting him right. Now he
Wow.
ready to kill somebody, you know? Hey, it's a
looks
sister.
just like
it's a
Captain
sister. That's fine. Yeah.
That's
Who,
cool.
Yeah,
who do y'all
man.
think is like the number one, like, monster, like, bad guy? Like, who do you think is the number one villain?
Most recognizable or like most powerful?
Probably Michael Myers.
No,
Would you
I
say
just
most
no. What do
iconic?
you? Yeah, most iconic, most popular, I guess.
God, I have to say it's probably like Freddy. I think.
Yeah,
he's-
Freddy or Jason.
I think
From a marketing
Michael Myers
standpoint,
is
it's
way more.
definitely Freddy.
Way more. I feel like there's way more people to collect and talk about Michael Myers than there is Freddy or Jason.
Yeah,
I
from
think
like the
that's-
fans and stuff. Yeah, I would agree.
I'm gonna go Michael Myers. I'm gonna go with Eddie on this.
Yeah.
I'd say Freddy.
Halloween's been around longer. I mean, it was the first, was it not? I mean, it came out in what,
78.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's 6 years. I mean, 6 years isn't that much longer.
Oh, just because it's the first, don't make it better.
I
I've
didn't
just
say it was
never
better. I think the guy character is more iconic.
I've never seen someone like there's people that only collect Myers stuff. I've never seen anybody only collect Freddy or only collect Jason or I've never seen that before.
So this had me thinking too. So Arch says people only watch Friday the 13th for the boobies. I remember when I was watching that movie around like at my house or my mom's house. She was like, "What the hell is happening here?"
For me, it was Jason X. There was two camp girls on Jason X.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that was That
Yeah,
was
and I
fun.
was like,
when he
oh,
puts
shit.
one in a sleeping bag and like
Yeah,
starts hitting her
yeah,
against the tree,
yeah.
that shit's hilarious. Like that's, but I mean that's what those movies were. That's why they were cheap. It was just for like topless teens and then like gruesome deaths. Like that's why you went to watch them as a teenager. That's why they were popular.
Slashers, man, classic slasher.
All right, you guys, let's get back into statues, huh? I had a question for you guys. So repaint. What's a statue in your collection you would repaint? I had a couple here already, but like I wanted to ask you guys: is there one in your collection that you would have repainted, or even
Yeah.
like one that you've seen out there that you were like probably a nice repaint would do that one justice?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have to say it was? I guess just to clarify your question. Is it just like do we have to pick one? Of like something, not that the what's done to it is bad or that you don't like it, but
No, you don't have to pick one. You could even like say like the paint on it is, solid. If you like, but you don't
I
have to.
I would take one of my Silver Surfers and do a black chrome on it. That's probably what I would do.
You want Silver Surfer black? You want him with the symbol and stuff?
I would take my
Is
Sideshow
that why you guys
Batman OG one and give it the makeover, kind of like the Harley I have. But I didn't commission that work. I bought it that way, but I would want something similar. Get rid of the mixed media and have some sculpting added, as necessary, and then sanded, painted, and then completely sculpted as opposed to mixed media. So I may look into that one day. I'm sure it's costly.
How about you,
Man.
Cash?
I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, it's almost like once you paint something, and obviously you can go back and you can just change it up later. But you don't. You typically think if you repaint something, you're not gonna paint it again for the third time. So it's kind of like you want to make sure you do it right.
Yeah.
Like we saw that person paint the XM lizard, which it came out very comic like color, but it's almost like what if it doesn't come out right and now you gotta pay more money to basically like change it back how it was. So that part kind of always bothers me. But as you know, like obviously right now is really just the XM Magneto for me. That's about it.
It's looking good too, man. I like what he's doing with yours. Looks really good. Yeah. Yeah, man. I only bring this up because I've been I've been in that world so far, and I've been seeing Rat Titan Geo. He did it on a saber tooth. I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, like it spruced it up a little bit for me.
I was actually thinking about I was telling Matt, I was thinking about the Sideshow Wolverine. Paint the black suit.
Oh wow. Yeah. That'd
Yeah. I was thinking about doing that.
The X-Force suit?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So
A statue that's coming out that I really like it, but there's something about it that gets to me. That XM thing where you can see between the rocks, there's like that orange or red paint, like really
hue?
bright paint.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I've never seen the thing with that any kind of comic book or anything.
Too big of a separation between the rock.
The rocks themselves are painted really good, but it's just the in between part. I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's like a bright orange color, right? Like it's like highlighted. Yeah.
That Sideshow Sabretooth is a cool.
So cool it froze you.
You got Kenny to laugh.
Maybe he needed a hoodie like me.
That was good.
That was good.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know.
There you are.
It's he had the suit painted a little bit. It's very rich in detail. It looks really, really good. What he did to it, I really, really like that one. the way he did it.
Yeah, I got some pictures of that one just to show you guys the before and after. It's really good. How about you, Buck? I know you like you're in that world too. You had some portraits repainted or redone.
I get the Queen Studios Museum Batman and Museum Superman repainted. Yeah, I do like flesh tones on the face and arms, and then paint the rest. But just like the characters, not the bases. The bases are fine as they are.
Yeah, I do. I saw someone repaint the Superman recently, and it came out pretty nice. Like the sculpt on it is awesome.
Oh,
But
for real?
yeah, I saw someone do the Superman. I don't know if you guys saw
Oh,
that one.
oh, she sent me pics.
No.
Yeah,
Like
I'll
to
try.
see that.
I should have
You
it
know what,
somewhere.
Buck? You just inspired me. I've got that Queen Studios Batman sitting right above me here, and the seller screwed me over. You know, but I'm assuming knew about a lot of chips on the sculpt of it, and didn't tell me about it. Said that happened during shipping. Bullshit. But anyways, I'm stuck with this Batman statue now with a bunch of chips on his face, and it would actually look pretty good with a repaint, like you said.
Definitely.
Because Buck said flesh tone, has anybody ever seen where somebody's taken like an old ivy and done the green or flesh tone? Has anybody
Yeah.
done that with a sideshow at all? Or any
Yeah.
somebody?
Someone did it with the XM and posted it just about a month ago, and it looked great.
Samurai?
Yeah, and they sculpted some extra pieces for it as well. Guy did it all himself. This collector,
That's cool. Yeah, that's really
talented
cool.
collector, did it all one-off pieces.
How about you, Eddie? Which one would you?
I don't know. Nothing really comes to mind that I would have repainted really. So I don't know.
How about that Darth Maul? Like, do you like the blacks on it? I've never seen that in person. Like,
Yeah, I think it's really well done. There's separation to it too. Like there's matte black, there's like a shinier black, and then there's a lot of texturing on it. So it doesn't look like just all like a base black piece. But yeah, I don't know. I guess when I had Thor, Breaker of Brimstone, I might have repainted the arms.
yeah,
I don't lately. I think I've noticed this a lot, where they're trying to do like mood painting on pieces. Sideshow is trying to do a lot of mood painting to make it look like, oh well, he's in a, like with the Venom, right? Or with even with the new Thor. And I was watching Jem's review, and in his hand it's darker, like the paint is darker than the outside of his hand to make it look like, I don't know, like his hand is dirty, or like because there's no light hitting that part of the hand, it's slightly darker. I'm not a huge fan of that mood stuff they're doing, so I could see myself, if I got a piece in later, maybe getting it repainted, but not for like a certain suit or anything. It would just to be like a better look.
touch up. Yeah. I could see that. I have that Thor you're talking about, and like I've been thinking about redoing it because like the light pale color on him compared to everything else, his face is a little bit different too. So just the paint, the sculpt on it is good.
You're talking about
The
Breaker
veins.
Brimstone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people's complaint is like he's too purple, or too way
So
too purple.
to ask you like a sub question to this question, and I know you did it with Storm, but has anybody ever like seen, like, let's say there's a new, I don't know, Punisher out or whatever? Has anybody ever said, I love the sculpt, I love everything about the Punisher, but I'm gonna just buy it and automatically get it repainted? Has anybody ever done that besides like Steve with the Storm?
I mean, I knew I was gonna do that with what's her face, Black Canary. The moment like they showed it at the like con, I was like, yeah, I like that sculpt, but I'm sure they'll paint it like crap. So
Yeah, and I'm kind of guilty of that with the Magneto, but I knew it was damaged, and it was gonna need the doctor to like scuff out the marks or sand it down and stuff like that. So like I guess you could say kind of was forced to go in having to get it repaint, but it's already knew it. But as far as like buying a new piece from like a company, I've never went in like that.
I don't think it's common, to be honest. The storm I really was looking forward to, but the silver was throwing me off like crazy. So I was like, man, I want the white, you know.
Yeah, but even like can't think of his name from Secret Sanctuary, Jeff
Jeff
something.
Delaney, yeah.
Yeah, even Jeff Delaney he'll be talking about like variants that they'll do sometimes. Like why won't they come out with like a variant of Storm like the black suit for like 150 or the white suit, you know, for
They
150, something like that.
Wasn't
Still
wasn't
might, too.
XM talking about doing that? Somebody said something about them doing the black
Someone
suit.
should.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I mean-
technically a repaint, but we would buy it.
Spooktacular's going to happen real soon. It's very likely you'll see at least one variant get announced, and that's probably a high contender. I would if I was a betting man.
Is Spooktacular different than this con thing that they're doing?
Yeah.
Is that two separate things?
I don't know. To be honest, their cons are fucking stupid. But
Tell us how you really feel.
but I do want to see the new products, and yeah, I'm guessing that they'll show a new variant, and it could very well be that Storm.
Nathan's like, it's day 10, damn it.
I mean, I just don't like my time to be wasted. I don't know. It's nice that they put it on for us. You know, it's great that they do that for the customers and the community. It's wonderful. I just think it's just way too much.
To me, it would be better for them to do it at the con because everybody shows all the statues at one time,
Yeah.
you know, and it's not like, oh, well, I've got to get to day 5 in order to see a new statue or not see a art print or it gets old.
Jarhead, you don't like waiting around all day just to see our print announcements?
No, not really.
Dude, last year
I
that
mean,
12 days of
might be the
art print,
minority.
damn.
Everyone's doing it for the codes too, you know, in the background. $1 code, $2 code. It's
It really chips away at that $650 statue, $1 at a time.
yeah.
I mean,
printed.
Brenton, to be honest, I cashed in quite a big stack of them not that long ago for that Dark Knight Rises or Dark Knight Returns, sorry, piece. I did exactly what they were afraid of and why they changed that policy. I'm one of the culprits. I did exactly that.
Well, that's fine. I mean, that they should have it that way, though. I mean, is it really killing them? No, because it's like they have 4,999 others to sell at retail.
Yeah, true.
True.
Brent is kind of disappointed that I didn't get a giggle.
Yeah.
It's gonna be them showing off. So the other question or topic I wanted to bring up tonight, this was going on John's channel yesterday. Material is quality being pushed aside. So this goes for that new fabric Batman. A lot of people are liking it, but then like for me, the cape is PVC or it's a different type of material. It's bendable and everything. Do you guys think material is being pushed aside when it's coming to this year's statues, or is it just you guys don't care what material they use as long as you guys get like the final product?
Yeah, I'd rather them do that than have a kind of leaning issue or any kind of issues with the statue itself.
Mm.
You know,
Bingo.
if you're looking at it and you can't tell, and you just know that it's PVC or whatever it's made out of, and it helps the stability of the statue, I'm all for it.
Yeah, but I think that's two separate issues. You got one that's quality control and engineering. The other one is cost savings at the beginning of the design. So they knew they were going to go in with if you know you're going to go in with a cheaper product to save money. The other one is engineering and design and quality control, where they're not drilling the hole right or they're having a problem with it or whatever. I think those are two separate things, at least in my opinion.
But when you have something heavy weighing on something else over a long period of time, I mean, what's going to happen?
No, I
You
agree.
know,
But that's different from them knowing they're going to cheapen the material on one end so they can save money. They're two separate things. That
what do
you're
you think
talking
that?
about.
So
Do you think that? Do you
you're
think they were
saying the
doing that
Fabok
though?
Batman isn't a good example of this question. Is that
It's
what
the
you're
most
Um,
saying?
recent one. So that, well, for me, it's
well,
the
I
most
think
recent one.
I
So they
think
didn't do it for cheap. Matt is saying they didn't do that to save money. They did that to save QC issues.
no. I'm saying they did it to save money. They changed the material to save money. The
Yeah,
QC issues are something totally separate. That's something that came up during the production of the piece or the poor engineering design of it. They're two separate things.
There's just
yeah.
So
some
you
things you can't
I think the
engineer
opposite.
to like work because like the material cannot support the design of the thing. You know, you can't build a skyscraper out of sand.
The weird thing to me is like on the back of that cape, there's an extra piece to hold up another
I don't
piece
know.
of the
There's a
cape.
lot of windows.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. Like it's probably one example. There's like other examples out there. I know a lot of anime statues use like different type of resin. Like they're cool with it. You know, they're like they actually prefer sometimes.
Yeah.
But
They'll
but
be
but
usually
can you
like
tell?
six
Can you
scale or
look at it and
something.
say it's PVC? I mean, when you're looking at the statue, it's not like okay, well, I can obviously tell that's PVC or whatever it's made out of. You
Mm.
can't tell. You know, it's painted. You have no idea unless you pick it up and move it or whatever. You know, so to me, it's like, I mean, are you complaining because you know the material is not polystone or resin or whatever? I mean, when you're looking at it, you can't tell. So, I mean,
I don't know. I don't think I have any pieces that have PVC in them.
It's also
does
Yeah.
like
does
it's
weight
also
mean
not
quality?
Yeah, but you're talking about a difference between a diamond and a diamondell. I mean, I don't want if I go up to a store and I'm a jewelry store and I'm buying a diamond, I don't want them to give me a diamond and for half of it and a diamondell for the other half. And
So
but they're charging me for a full price
So you
diamond.
think that with the Fabok Batman they went in with the full intention of making it with polystone,
They backed out.
No,
and they
no,
backed down and made it with PVC,
no.
or
I'm saying that they probably went into it looking at, well, where can we reduce some of the costs of the material, and they probably looked at the cape, right? So that's where they're looking at some of the cost savings. So they're looking at material for cost savings. So they have that, but now the design of it is completely different. There, you have a different guys doing the design and the engineering of it, and that's just a completely different thing. Where I think they could have botched on it with the lean issue. You know, they didn't think about the weight of it and maybe put another peg in the front or something like that, or not that Batman, but I'm just talking about the other Batman.
That to me just sounds like an engineering issue though. Like they
That's
thought that
that's
it
what I'm
was going to
saying.
be, well, not necessarily trying to save money, but they thought,
yeah.
okay, well, you know, it makes more sense to use this lighter material, you know, so it doesn't put pressure on the statue. I don't necessarily think they did that on purpose to save money. I think it was an engineering thing that makes more sense to them. It makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's
For
a
me,
possibility. I mean, I guess it's one
You
thing.
know,
I
it just
I
depends.
just don't
It
know if
depends on how
they.
you look at it, I guess.
for me, it's been really different like lately because like I don't know what's it called, Buck, like, but in the anime world, like they do insane stuff sometimes, right? They have
but they use a
characters
lot
like,
of PVC in that as well.
yeah, but they're like the ideas they come up with, like it's like, you know, they stretch the ideas out more in anime statues than they do with like these kind of statues, you know, like these comic
Yeah,
statues.
but they have a lot of breakages.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
there's a
And
lot of
people
issues
just
with them.
accept it. People just
Yeah,
accept
yeah.
the breakages as part of the way the statues will be for
Mm.
like the anime statues because they use particularly fragile materials. They have like a lot of clear resin, and then a lot of the time you have the clear resin having bubbles inside because you know imperfect casting. But if it was just solid resin, you wouldn't be able to see the bubbles inside the material. You can only see the stuff on the surface. And also, PVC itself isn't always cheaper than
Polystone.
Polyresin.
polystone. It depends on the scale of production because the kind of thing you need to do to produce like PVC is you need to actually melt down like little plastic pellets and then you pour that into a like the molten like thing you get. You pour it into a like the mold.
A
And
mold.
usually it's
Yeah.
gonna be a metal mold. And because like the way statues are a limited edition, you're not gonna be producing the same material like for several years to come, where like at scale it's worth your while. It's actually not as cheap. It's not a cheap material the way people say it is. I do understand the fact that that weight is a big deal for people. When you hold something and it feels like it's like not a substantial, doesn't have a substantial mass, it feels like light like a feather. That does have like a mental thing where it goes, oh, that's not the same quality. But as far as price goes, it's not cheap to produce PVC4 statues.
Yeah, looking at what Jose Alicia says, he makes a good point there, and that may be just what you were saying, Jarhead. It it could make the statue a different weight, or kind of like what you're saying, Buck. It changes the engineering of the statue itself. Therefore, they might look at doing a lighter weight, so they don't have such a heavy issue. Like the OG Batman has a really big heavy cape, right?
Yeah.
So when you have a heavy statue and it's a flowing cape, it could create a lot of leaning issues, whatnot,
Yeah,
which
but it's
throws
their
the
job to
dynamic
figure
of
it out, right? Like
You're
that's
right.
what their engineering's for. Like if they know what polystone weighs, it's not like this is new to them. Like they've
Yeah.
never worked with
So
it.
I
And
guess
that's
Well, that's what
that's
they
a big
well, but
that's a
they
big complicated cape. That's a big
well,
complicated.
yeah, but then you go at but then you got to throw in a cost factor. So then they're like, well, this will work.
you got to ask yourself this, right? It's like you're saying it's their problem to figure out. The way they'll have to figure that out is in the design, right? And they'll have to compromise there, which means if they always want to give you polystone, there's literally some concepts that you guys cannot have simply because you don't want PVC. There's literally you would not be able to, you might not be able to, you wouldn't be able to get this cape that the Fabok Batman has in like in polystone, and so basically this statue would not exist in this form if they want to strictly only give you like polystone. If you want to have polystone always, like probably you gotta have maybe like a long flowing cape that's resting on the base as well, right? You gotta attach it to the base at certain points where it's gonna like hold up the cape at some points. Otherwise, it's not even possible to do the thing because it's just too heavy. If you, especially, it gets worse. This engineering issue gets worse when you're talking about third scale statues. Cape on a superhero that's in quarter scale is far smaller, and you might even go, okay, yeah, we should have polystone there. When you get the third scale, that cape becomes much bigger, and then it's like more weight they need to deal with if they want to keep the cape in scale with the character. To do it in polystone as well makes it even harder, more difficult at a larger scale. So I think definitely the problem with engineering is a big deal. Prime One already has a hard enough time making sure their statues without capes don't lean, and they're like fucking up there already. So they put like a heavy ass cape on the statue. It's gonna get worse.
I wanted to bring up two things really quick. Skills Power said like we want good material but cheap prices. Maybe that's a way to keep the prices affordable. I don't know. With this being a 1/3 scale, I felt like to me the price was the same as it would be with any other third scale DC piece. I don't know if you guys agree with that.
I agree.
To me, it looked the same. I think it was like 1,500, 1,600, so it's definitely up there. Same material. It's weird too because the shipping. I haven't looked into the shipping yet, but I hope the shipping was a little bit less. But who knows? And then Arch, of course. Do you guys think? Do you guys think leaning issues happen because of environment and being put on a surface that's not level? So I have the Wolverine sideshow piece where he's on the Sentinel hand. I've had it 2 times. I never had a leading issue, and I think it's the way collectors are positioning the loose foot, because like one of his foot like doesn't peg in; it just sits on the Sentinel finger. And what I've seen is people just like have that loose, so like there's more weight going towards like one side when it should be setting in on it.
Yeah, but what do you do if you have it 1 foot already pegged, already in flush, but the other one's still floating? I mean, it's just kind of.
Yeah.
Sometimes
And
you
then
just get
back.
a bad one.
Yeah,
It
that could be
happens
it.
sometimes.
Luckily, I
Yeah.
didn't have that, but yeah, that could be an issue.
I mean, trust me, I've run into some engineering issues.
Yeah.
Sand it down.
I mean, I think a lot of companies
If you know,
are
you know.
accounting are they're accounting for probably an automatic 10%, faulty stock and what they produce. 5 to 10% is going to be faulty in some way. It's going to break during shipment. It's not going to align correctly, on assembly, whatever that may be. That's going to happen in production, and they do account for that.
Well, let me ask you a question. So, do they really account for that? So does that mean they make an extra 10% of more statues to satisfy the customer if that happens?
They account for it when they price. I should clarify that really comes more into play on pricing. Because if 5 to 10% are going to require extra parts, that's going to cost them more money, and then they might have to price them more appropriately.
That's a good question. Do companies do that? Do they account for that and then they produce the extra pieces for it?
That would have to. That's just business 101 of your losses. No different than a grocery store. They have to account for how many tomatoes they throw away, stuff like that. So I get what Nathan's saying.
Well, he's saying they account for it in the pricing when they price the statue. That means you are going to pay for those extra statues. But do they actually do it?
I would think they would, but that's just me.
I mean, there's a lot, I'm sure, tied up in their pricing.
Well, I think we know Sideshow does.
I'm sure there's whole teams of people that come up with those prices, for.
I ain't saying she a gold digger. Sideshow.
All right, you guys. One more topic, and then open it up. But so I wanted to bring this up because I just recently acquired the Black Widow for my Avengers line, and I feel like I'm done with it with the Avengers line. I love what I have right now, so I'm just gonna.
I thought you meant the Black Widow. You're just like, I'm done with it.
Oh God. Nah. So I
Steve,
recently got.
The one?
What was that?
Is that the one with like the blue energy beams kind of shooting out?
No,
it's the one
the
previous to that one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The rifle.
So I got that one recently, and it had me thinking like, what happens after? Like for me, it's like I see a lot of collectors like finish their line and then like sell it, or they keep it for like a couple months and then they sell it. Right? I did that with like my Batman Rose actually, like recently. I had most of the ones I wanted, and I was like happy with it. But then I was like, I need more room, for other statues that I want coming in.
Or 1/3.
Or 1/3, yeah.
I got an easy answer for you, Steve. Pokemon is still going on, and Ash is still 10 years old, and he's still catching them all. So it's never gonna end. Like
I'm 10 years old too, Steve.
I got a better answer.
There's only one Ash, and he works at S Smart. All right.
S what?
That's smart.
My answer is just. I'm just down the road, Steve.
I'm just right.
Do you have a vision?
I
know you did. You used to. Yeah. I think, right?
I don't know. It keeps changing because like this is the Marvel wall now, and the other is the DC wall. I never thought of having two separate walls for two different, But I don't know. Right now, I think it's kind of focused. I have my X-Men on the bottom shelf and my miscellaneous on the top shelf. But I don't know, man. A lot more statues I feel are going to come next year, and especially with this new Fantastic Four and other movies coming out, more stuff is going to come out.
Man,
it's too much, isn't it, Cash? It's too much.
Hey, the oldest form of making money still applies to this day. So y'all just be ready to get y'all payments, man. I'm just saying.
Oh, I thought you were talking about one of Eddie's parties.
This is a good question.
Wow.
Carbon. No, I still got 2 coming in, so I gotta finish.
What? You got 2 more?
Yeah, but they won't come here till next year, so I should be okay. But what about you guys? Like, do you guys have a line that you guys are working on, or is there one that you're
X-Men as well for me. Like for me, the one I'm most excited for outside of the Magneto is Nightcrawler. I'm really, really excited for Nightcrawler. I love everything and what they did. I like that we got an exclusive with the swords. There's
XM Nightcrawler, right?
oh man, don't do this.
XM.
You were my brother, Anakin.
Nah. If you remember, Buck's the one who likes XM. I like Sideshow, man. Yeah. I like it, man. The paint and seeing Jeff's video, they kind of like being able to like see like a video of it, not the stock images. The paint for me is everything of what I would want.
It pops.
It does. It does.
Well, Steve, I got the the samurai line, and then I'm trying to get more Dark Knight Returns stuff kind of currently too, and then I've got some movie pieces on top of that. So I'd say samurai is like the line I'd be focused on the most, though, and it was really fun and exciting to track down the pieces I didn't have. I started with the OG Batman and got that several years ago, and then got Joker and then Shogun and moved on from there. And I'm done catching up, thankfully, but it's still really exciting to collect, and they come out often enough to keep it exciting.
Yeah.
So still love the line.
Congrats that you're caught up, by the way.
Yeah.
It was not
that hunt, man. Woo, that hunt.
I tell you what, I met a lot of great people along the way, and a lot of laughs, a few tears, but it was a great adventure. And it's part of what really makes this hobby so much fun. It's really the main thing that makes it so much fun for me, besides the people.
I think that line is like one of the lines that you can just collect by itself and not have to worry about getting other statues. If that's what you wanted to do, you'd be fine. Just collecting that one line.
Yeah.
I agree.
How about you, Eddie? Like, are you going after new lines, or like, are you done with a couple things, or?
The only line I'd complete if they kept making it was the old Batman stuff. Like Batman Forever, if they do Batman and Robin. That's the
They
only
gotta do
line
Mr.
I'd
Freeze,
collect.
Eddie.
Yeah, I know.
The Terminator one? Or
I'm
I'm sorry,
hoping
the
they
Arnold?
continue that line.
Terminator
If they do, then
Freeze.
I'll order every piece that they make, but I'm not really a line guy, so I can pick and choose here and there.
So you need a Uma Thurman, Poison Ivy.
That'll be blessed.
You've got the Val Kilmer Batman coming, right? And
Yeah.
the Chris O'Donnell Robin.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get the Ultimate Edition of that Batman with the wall of the toys, so to speak?
Yep. Yeah.
Nice. That would be great.
So that would be the only line that like I would get everything they release, but other than that, no. And then like if it's chasing the whole line, once you get the whole line, you enjoy them, right? Like
That's what you would think, right? That's what you would think.
Well,
Like,
that's
No, you move on to the next thing.
yeah, see, there you go.
That's what happens. That's what
See,
happens.
that's-
You get
that's
the whole
what I
line,
don't
and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna get something else now.
That's what I don't like. I'm about getting them and enjoying them. I don't think. That's
Hey.
why I think this shit is like drugs, man. It's
Another
not.
form
It's
of
not about
addiction.
collecting anymore for people. It's about drugs.
Hey,
It's about
You gotta want
getting a
this
hit.
part.
It's about the hunt.
Yeah,
It's
like-
about
The first couple statues, when you first start collecting, it's like, man, it's the high and the fix. And then it takes more to get you that high now. It's like
Yeah.
Hey, Jarhead, I got you.
Now you gotta want this life. You got to want it all the way to your bones.
that's what I'm talking about, man. We came here for sales, man. I don't know if we talked about spending my
What
savings,
does Matt
man.
always do?
Hey, talking, I gotta roll up the sleeves and hit it real hard.
This is what
Well-
druggies do, Eddie. They joke about their their addiction.
Matt's a true veteran. You know you're a veteran when you pull it with you gotta pull with the teeth. You don't use the hands, you pull with the teeth.
Jesus.
That's 15 years of collecting right there.
But Eddie, what you're talking about is like there's two different like aspects to this, right? Where like you get the pieces when you finally get them, you still enjoy them during your display, but you're also like addicted to like searching for something new, the next thing to purchase. And I think that's like a separate high from like just having the pieces and having them displayed.
So what is collecting about then? Is it about collecting or is it about getting stuff in?
It's about hoarding.
Why are we here?
No.
Like,
It's-
why
it's-
are you
it's-
guys
it's-
collecting? Are you
collect
guys
everything.
collecting? Because then,
What's
if you were
Matt doing?
collecting to finish, if you were collecting to finish the goal, to finish
Yo.
the whatever it is that you see in your head,
Get me some new statues.
there would be no question of what happens after.
Sponsorships or
Got me some
What
statues.
the hell is happening?
Got some customs coming, man. Got some customs.
oh man, it's Chris Rock in New Jack City.
Wow.
It sounds
sorry,
like you're.
Adam.
It seems like you're just about ready to start bartering there.
Yo, so the caveat to that would be if Batman Forever is the best of the best, if you complete that, it's the best of the best. Isn't that the whole objective of the best Daredevil that I can have in my collection? So if I've obtained the best Daredevil, why would I sell it?
You're right.
There'd be no need to sell it because that's the best that there is at this moment. It would just be to upgrade. I've even
but
spoke
you
to my
just-
girl. I'm like, once I'm done, I would just upgrade.
Yeah, that's
You-
what I agree with that. Like if
Yeah.
like if Prime One, like if J&D someday made Batman Forever and I thought they were better, well, that's an upgrade to some people. You know
You
what
can
I mean?
sell your old one,
Yeah,
the fun
yeah.
part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
that. But I'm
But
talking
yeah, you're
more
never
like
done.
I'm talking more like the people that get the like Nathan, like they get the samurai line and then after they have the whole line, they're like, well, I need a new line. You know what I mean? Like, and they start selling the samurai line to get like the whole LBS line. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I keep buying the samurai line. Like I'm buying the new ones. As
Yeah, because they're still going. They're still going. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
but
I'm saying,
I
like,
think
I guess most of the
people
time
that-
that doesn't happen.
I don't know. I'm
They
kind of
don't
old school.
continue
I
as
kind of keep the stuff I get. So I don't know.
I agree. Like a true collector, they're retaining their stuff, not in like a
Well-
sense of hoarding, but they're retaining it because
Well,
it's what they've collected.
I got to be honest. And that's to me, that's what a collector is. I think what
Yeah.
you guys are talking
I
about
agree with you
or-
guys.
are fads. It's a
Yeah.
fad. It's a fad. I mean, you're going
Yeah.
through. You want this. You enjoy it. Okay, I want the next thing. So it's kind of like, and you don't. And I understand what you're saying about funding something new, but that's not collecting. Collecting means to collect, to keep, to have, to hold.
And I
And
think
I
that's
think
what we're
it's just-
all. I think that's what we're all doing. Because not to like point fingers or anything, but I think it's safe to say all 8 of us here, we are collecting what we desire. We're not collecting for the next. Hey, Casual, can I join your stream tonight and I can unbox this new statue because it's new for more views and then get rid of it later? I think we're actual collectors with pieces we love and desire, not, I got to get the most views right now, or I got to, sell this and then get this. I
Yeah,
don't think
no.
some of us actually do that. I think it's
No,
pure
no.
enjoyment of what we collect. Like to me, Nathan's collection, it's not about it being Batman, Catwoman, different interpretations. It's pure art with samurai. It's just art. Like somebody who doesn't even care about DC, that would just be art to them. Like that Joker, that's art. That Scarecrow, that's art. It's not even about a IP or a property.
No, I'm not saying. I mean, I wasn't saying that. I was saying, I don't know. When I get statues, I pretty much like I haven't sold. I'm like John. I mean, I haven't really sold anything, and it's kind of it amasses up over time, and I still got pieces that are 20, 30 years old. So it's kind of like, I don't. It's
John
I
doesn't fall into that anymore. He started selling. So
Yeah.
Well, no, but I guess that's where, like I'll sell a couple of pieces too. Like I think, I just sold a couple pieces, but again, that was just because they never came out of the box. And
Let
I
me-
was like,
let me ask you this then, since you've been around for a long time. Aiden says tastes change, and that's why people move on. Did you
Yeah.
have your tastes changed?
mine hasn't.
Yeah.
My wallet got fatter.
So no, I don't, I wouldn't say, I think your taste may change, but I don't think you're gonna not like your old flavors.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
I agree
saying?
with that.
I
Yeah.
Don't
think.
never say that off stream, Matt. Not around the wife, man. Not around the wife.
Wow.
Hey,
He's
look.
dirty now, huh?
Everybody, know,
Dirty now.
look.
That's
Everybody
no.
has,
Hey, where's the keyboard?
Wow.
but you know what I'm saying. It's like I like chocolate ice cream, but I tasted some peanut some butter pecan. I like it, but that doesn't mean I'm never gonna like chocolate ice cream again, or I'm never gonna eat chocolate ice cream anymore. So your
Not the
taste may
percentage
change, but that
model.
doesn't mean you're not gonna still like some of the old stuff. So I guess in sense to translate the statues, you can keep the old stuff and still get some of the new stuff, and then you could look at some of the old stuff and say, well, okay, I'm not really partaking in this. I don't really enjoy this piece. It's always in the box. Or for me, I guess I'm speaking for me. It's in the box. It's in storage. I'm not really using it. I do want this other piece. Let me sell this other piece to fund for that piece or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
How about you, Brenton? I feel like you're like the newest statue collector, but you've also collected comics and Hot Toys for a while. Like, how do you see it? I guess how do you see it?
I think I do let things go every once in a while that maybe I didn't like as much as I thought I did. It's like a realization thing where you kind of get into something and then you realize, maybe I don't like this that much, and instead I'll sell it off and put it towards something I really do like.
Dibs on
But then there's
transformation,
also
man.
See, me and you both do that, but is it because we don't like what we had, or because we need money for the new thing? Like Matt never sold because he just used new money to buy the new stuff. We needed the money to get the new stuff. You know what I mean? Like, did we really not like it, or did we just want something new?
Sacrifice it.
Well, the alternative
I
would
think
have been never have bought the temporary piece in the first place.
Yeah.
Just keep
So
the
at
money
one
and
point
buy
we
what you
did
really
like
want.
it. So at one point we did want it, but we wanted something else, so we used it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So did your taste change, or did you just need money to get the new thing? You know what I mean?
I've got stuff that rotates through, here and there, things that maybe previously displayed. They're maybe considerably marked down for whatever reason. And if it catches my eye, I might buy it, look at it for a while, enjoy it, and then move it on. It won't be permanent, but most of the stuff I have is permanent, and you've seen it over and over. All y'all
Yeah.
have.
You know what I think though? No, go ahead. Go ahead,
Cash.
No?
Just what Eddie was saying, I think it was a little bit of both because, at least for Hot Toys, since I sold off pretty much the whole collection, I just wasn't happy with what it was. So I had too many. The cons outweighed the pros for those for me.
Yeah, but
and
do you think
I was willing to move on?
Right, but so when you were collecting Hot Toys, you didn't think that way. I think you stepped into another world of fashion, and you saw a difference between the two. It made you think that way. Is that a possibility?
No, because I
yes.
had the issues for a while. That stuff about them had bugged me, so I had really just slowed on buying them because I was just not happy with the product. So then it was easier to let them go and fund something else.
That's interesting.
Were those difficult to sell, Brenton?
It's one of those things. I guess yes. Mine tend to sell pretty quick, only because I priced it to sell. I mean, I could have waited around to get a higher price, but to me, it's just sitting there then, not making any money. Or if I sold it a little bit lower, at least I would get something out of it and move on.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I guess Jarhead, man, like you're going into statues pretty hard with customs, right? Coming up, you got like a couple coming through. When they come through, do you keep going because like you want that line completed, or do you want? Or do you,
See,
how's it for you?
I know at least in the custom world, I don't see a lot of lines. The only one that I can think of on the top of my head is the Wolverine phase, whatever, like 1 through 5. But there's not a lot of like I don't necessarily think there's a lot of that in the custom world. That
Phoenix
statues that go
Force.
together.
Phoenix
Yeah.
Force. There was an X Force line. There's been some here and there, just not very often.
See, I don't feel the need to collect, a whole line of something. Like for me, like my line is different aspects of Marvel. Like I want to get like, different like parts of Marvel, not just like all the X-Men. Like main characters like of Marvel, of different parts of Marvel. Like Doctor Strange for like the mystic part of Marvel, Namor for like that part of Marvel, Wolverine for the mutant part of Marvel. Like I just want to like get nitpick from different aspects of Marvel itself. I don't need to collect a line per se.
Got you.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's the last topic I had for tonight. If you guys want to talk about anything, like it's open to the floor now. So, or keep talking about some parties that Matt's gone to. I don't care.
Well, because I have an idea of something I want to do statue wise, but I feel like I've been talking to Eddie about it, and I don't know if I've solidified this route because it's kind of an in-depth, and it's not necessarily a line, but it's like a theme. So you would be mix and matching things, but they would all have a common theme to them, and it's just a matter of should I commit to that or not.
Well,
I guess
a
that's
theme
what I've been struggling with.
a theme is good to have because it like directs you in a direction. Instead of I want this over here and then I want this over there, you have a direction of where you want your collection to go instead of wasting money fruitlessly on something else that you're just gonna get rid of because that's not on the line that you're trying to get. So I think having an end goal or a plan, a mapped out whatever is probably a pretty good idea.
Trey, stop it. Don't start him up again.
Go ahead, Trey.
Trey says, "I want to hear more views from the LBS Ironman anatomy from Buck."
So,
You don't
Brent,
want to, man. It's me smashing my head into a brick wall.
Jesus.
Brent, is it more of is it based off of a comic, or is it just more of a concept that you've liked?
Yeah, what's
No,
your
it's
theme
based
gonna
off a
be?
comic character.
Okay.
It's definitely based off comics, so.
All right.
And like a character and villain like setup kind of thing.
Yeah, we should talk, man.
Is Ben Riley in that setup?
We
I'll
should
pour
talk.
some
We should
flour
talk.
on my shelf, and that'll be done.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
We're talking about the fake Spider-Man.
I don't know, man. Who is the flower and who is? I'm just saying.
Love you, bud.
I don't know why
What
you
if
always
the
come at me
flower-
with these fake Spider-Men. They're clones. They're not the real deal. Just get out of here with that.
Oh man.
Well, anybody else want to bring anything else? I have some pictures loaded up, but not like the most pictures. Like probably like.
Only thing I'll say from earlier is like we as collectors were buying pieces and prints and proximity things and stuff like that, and no matter what you collect, the end goal is, I don't want to say like to have 100% space taken up and like to walk in and just be like, damn, it took me X amount of years to do that. But I think what you're trying to achieve is perfection, and I think that's the reason why, like when you look at casual setup, for example, just use you as an example. Like you look at somebody having their collection downstairs. Then they phase it to upstairs, and then the collection is different displays, and now it's on different display options, and now it's different lines of what we're doing. I think it's not necessarily like just purchasing and getting rid of stuff. It's trying to find what am I happy seeing day after day, and what am I happy collecting and hunting down until I can finally complete that. And I think that's what everybody is trying to achieve in their own individual way. Like, so for me, I have a lot of statues, but the only things that I'm like 110% happy with are my X-Men side and then like my Spider-Man side. The Avengers stuff in the middle is the one thing where it's kind of like confusion, where it's wavy, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that. So, but everything else is just that is 100% how it is, unless they make a better piece.
I don't know. I hear you, Cash, and I agree with you. But I think you're looking at it for the collector who wants to display his stuff. There are a lot of collectors out there, and I can tell you I know, that have a basement full of things that's just like wall to wall collection. And they could care less about displaying it.
They got it. That's all that matters.
They got it. And it's not a matter of perfection. It's just a matter of they just want to. They got it. They like it. They got it. They collect it. They've amassed a ton of stuff. And there's a lot of collectors out there that they have no intention of displaying it. They collect it to collect it. So I don't know. I mean, it's just. I mean, we have our stuff. We like to show it off and display it. I think in some form or fashion. But there are a ton of collectors that just
I want to say something that there's like a central theme going on here, but it seems like everyone thinks that there's some kind of end game to their collection. So like a vision they're pursuing that they want to. I don't see my stuff like that. It's just a gallery. Stuff comes in, it rotates. Sometimes it goes out, and I like different stuff. I like a lot of stuff. But because I like a lot of stuff, I have limited space, limited money. I can't put everything I like in my room. So eventually something's gonna have to get swapped out for something else.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
Buck,
how
I
it's
guess
always gonna be.
let me present this to you. If you did have the money and you did have the space, do you think you would have the vision of where you want your collection to be and have an end game?
If I did have the money, if I did have the money and did have the space, like so if I had infinite space and infinite money, I'd just keep on buying this.
Well, we're not talking infinite space and infinite money. I'm just what I'm saying. If you had the financial means to have the house that you want and the room that you want, you know what I'm saying?
I would still sell stuff. There's no time when I would stop buying. As long as new stuff is coming out, there's gonna be something I'm more interested in, and I'll buy that and swap something out. It's I'm not gonna. I might like something a lot, but there'll be something else that comes that competes with that, and it's just a matter of going down the list. I make a list of how much I like everything, and then something new comes, and the list is now +1. Then something has to go because my space is full.
And that's the thing. There's no such thing as unlimited space. I mean, you can have the biggest space in collecting history. You're still going to run out of it. Look at art. Art's already said he's starting to run out of his space in his big ass museum.
Big ass 1/3 statues.
Yeah. So I mean, you're eventually going to keep running out of space. I mean, no matter how big of a space you have. So you're either going to sell or So.
It's funny, Matt, you brought up something really quick. My cousin, ever since we were kids, we're close and everything, and then he collects baseball cards, right? Baseball cards, dollar when we were kids, $1, 50 cents, $3 a pack, whatever. But he got into it so hard that he started collecting the rare ones, and he started putting them away. So I hit him up recently, and I was like, "Hey man, do you remember you used to collect all these cards?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I got them laminated. They're good." It's like, "So where do you keep them now?" He goes, "In a shoebox in the basement." And I was like, "Man, so what are you gonna do with them? Pass them on to your kid or whatever?" He's like, "No, I just like having them. Once a year, once every 2 years, I go downstairs, go through my cards. I'm like, man, brings back memories." But then he says, puts them back, and that's it. There's probably a ton of money down there, in that little box or that box. I don't know how big the box is now, but like you were saying, collectors just collect just to collect,
Yeah.
right? And he's a perfect example of that. Like when he told me once a year, once every so often, I was like, I want my stuff to be displayed, at least for me, you know, not for like people or anything. Just, but there's different collectors, and that's a collector that I was like, man, like just reminded me of him, like really quick.
I would have had to sit down and drink a 7-Up. Like, man, I think I'm feeling woozy from hearing that, man. What the hell?
It's his though, right? Like
Cash,
it's nobody
I'm trying
else's.
to tell you,
It's his. So
I'm telling you, there's a lot of people out there like that. I've seen dudes with Hulk 181s just like in a box sitting there.
yeah.
Like, yo, man, yeah, I got 3 of them. Like,
Well, I mean, that is part of collecting though, just knowing that you have it. Like, you know, I've said it and I still haven't got around to it. Like, no lie. Like, I thought I'd never have a Flash exclusive, and seriously, it's right there still in the box. I just haven't got around to it. And it's just the fact of having it. It's like, I love you, Flash box. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Got the Flash box. Who cares about the statue? I just got the box and it's inside the statue. That's all I need, man. No, I'm gonna get to it tomorrow, but it's just like, so I mean, I get it, you know what I mean? Like that's just part of collecting, and I get it.
Yeah, but I think that's been a struggle of like looking at stuff recently. It's like, am I buying this just to have it?
Our friend Walton put up that post of someone in Southeast Asia that has 2 of most of the samurai collection, and
Yeah.
and he's been doing that for a couple of years now, and likes to display different switch outs. And you know, some people have the means, and they just, you know, they do some outright ludicrous things like that. But to them, it's not ludicrous. You know,
Yeah.
that's how they want their
Well,
collection displayed.
you know, but it also came. There's a lot of comic book collectors, and this came from back in the old school comic book days, when you started seeing comic books start having a monetary value. You would buy 2 comics. You would buy one to read so you can sweat the cover and you can mess it up, and then you'd buy one to have graded, or you'd buy one to keep in pristine condition just for its collectible. I don't know, rise in value, I guess. You know what I mean? So a lot of guys did that. They would go through and they would put in their order at the comic book store, but it'd be for two copies, one to read and one to stash. I mean, that was kind of like the thing to do back in the day.
Yeah. What do you think, Eddie? Like, do you think? I know you were hinting at people having, or us collectors having, like a little drug problem, hinting, you know, at that. Do you think it's starting to convert more for the new collectors coming in, going like, I need to have it all, basically, or?
I don't know. I don't want to sound like do whatever you want. It's just what I notice with me. You know what I mean? Like I was just buying shit, I think, just to feel good, like just because I like buying stuff. You know what I mean? Like I didn't necessarily need that. So just for me, I saw it as like a bad thing that I was spending money and putting money towards something that I didn't have because I wanted it. So it's more of like it was more of a me thing that I see now. And I feel like it is kind of a trend nowadays to just buy shit just cuz everybody wants it. Like I see that more in the community, but if you can afford it and you could do it, then who gives a fuck? Keep buying it, even if it is only to buy it. Who gives a shit? What I say, you know, it's just what I noticed I was doing, and I didn't want to do
experience.
it anymore. You know?
Yeah. Hey, really quick, Buck, you gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I got a dip. I'm being scrutinized. So, peace out, guys.
Have a good night, Buck.
Later, Buck.
See you, Buck.
See you, Buck.
Later, bro.
Yeah, I hear you, Eddie.
Because, yeah, I don't know, man.
Now keep going, man.
I just see a lot of like hype buying lately, and to me it just seems like you're only buying to buy whatever everybody likes.
It's funny because this guy's just some bum says, "Oh man, I feel that this man is speaking the truth to me."
Dude, when you're new, I feel like that is so true, and that's why I like talking to Sam, backstage, because it's just like when you're new, you just got that, you're just open eyed and just like anything you want to grab. Like it's like you tell yourself you have a vision, but like sales, discounts, and maybe having a little bit more funds, things like that. It'll entice you to buy. And I feel like that FOMO stuff now for me, like you still get the FOMO of like missing out on something you want. As far as like, oh, everybody's talking about this piece, I got to get this piece too. Like it don't
Dude,
matter if it don't fit what you want.
That new Thor is on waitlist today, and I didn't know that. I was watching Jim's video, and it said waitlist, and I immediately grabbed my phone, and I was like, I need to jump on this waitlist, and I was like, wait, I already told myself I'm not buying this fucking statue.
I know, man.
So I was like,
that.
The FOMO is real. Yeah, I know. It could. They're still doing batches, but
Eddie, like I fell into that like the other day. Someone offered me like Darth Vader Mythos, even though I'm getting out of the Mythos stuff. Like they offered to me
when you got out, they offered it to you.
Yeah, but they offered to me like a stupid price, and I was like, man, I have to pull it, man. Like I got to, like I was already pulling up PayPal. I was like, hey, what's your PayPal? And I was like, man, what am I doing,
Yeah.
So I put it away. I put it down for a minute, and I was like just walking around, and my mind finally like cut it off. It was like, all right. So I hit the guy back up. I was like, hey man, thank you for the offer. Like I really appreciate it, but I'm not gonna do it.
I don't understand how people buy statues that they don't know anything about the characters. Like I see that a lot. There'll be like they'll be they'll be on a YouTube channel and they say that I bought the statue, but I don't know anything about the character. It just looks cool, and I understand that to a certain point. But like, I don't know. For me, it's like I'm buying the character because I enjoy the character. I know about the character. I know his history. I know at least a little something. But there's guys out there that will buy something and they don't even know anything about the character at all. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do they need to name 3 songs before they could buy a statue? I have to disagree with that.
I disagree too.
If you can afford it, I guess. For me, it's just. It seems stupid to me because it's like that always seems like the first thing that's going to go when you need to fund something else. Yeah. That thing that you bought that you have no attachment to is going to be the first thing you look at when you sell stuff.
For sure.
And they're buying it because it's the FOMO. There's people jumping on that train. Well, that thing is amazing and this and that. Yeah. And they don't know anything about the character.
But it's exciting for them and it gives them their fix that they're looking for in this hobby, and honestly, like if you can afford that and that's what gives it to you and makes you happy, then go for it. Yeah, they're likely to sell it, sure, but they live and they learn, and if it's a cycle, it's a cycle, and it's what it is. But yeah, you're not wrong. Your philosophy is not wrong, man. But people are still going to do it, and I say more power to them. Let them do it.
To me, I see the statues as an extension of comic books. And there's a lot of people that collect because of the movies, and that's what they know is the movies, but that's not even 100% accurate on what came out before in the comics. So it's just.
Well, here's a prime example for me. Like, look at that Shogun Batman, right? And I really like that statue. I think it's a cool statue. Now, I don't even know nothing about Shogun Batman. I don't know where it came from. I don't know. I mean, is there really such a thing? Is there a comic book?
But about Batman.
Conceptual. There is no backstory to it. It's completely conceptual. The whole.
Yeah, it's just something they made up. So
right.
That's different. I'm talking about like a super nice silver server statue that somebody sees.
Yeah, but
they don't know anything about the character.
Yeah, but like for example, I would buy that Shogun Batman even if it wasn't Batman. That's just a cool thing. That's just, I know what a Shogun Samurai is. You know what I mean? And to me, that's just a nice statue. I really like that statue. And I would buy that statue. You know what I mean? Because I'm a statue collector. You wouldn't be surprised if you saw Remington in my house. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, it's just to some people it's the artistic sculpt of things, or the way it's designed or way it's displayed. So I just happen to in the comic books as well.
Not a lot of people do that though. A lot of it that I see is it's the FOMO, or they're jumping on the bandwagon that it's a nice statue. That's how I see it. It's like, well, it's everybody wants this statue, so I'm going to jump on it too. I'm not saying there's not people out there that collect the statue because it looks nice to them. I'm just saying there's a lot of people out there that collect the statue because it's the in thing right now.
You bastard.
Jose,
all I want.
about to spark some fires right now.
I had Iron Fist and Daredevil, and I only had them because of the Netflix shows. Like, I was never reading comics, but I bought all my comic stuff because of shows or movies. Nothing, like, now I'm starting to read comics, so it's cool, but all of my stuff that I had, it was from movie stuff.
But you still have a backstory to them.
Yeah.
Even if it was just the movies or the shows or whatever, there's still some kind of knowledge behind it.
I get more annoyed, though, because, like, Shogun Batman it's a pretty good piece. I get more annoyed when it's a hyped up piece that has obvious flaws, but people still are like, this is an amazing piece, and they refuse to talk about those flaws. Like
the flaws, yeah. That bothers me too.
That
it's like being what's it called, blind to it just doesn't make sense. Like you I don't know, man. Do you think that's also part, like, another example for that is that Fatback Batman, people are just not saying anything towards it because so and so, the head honcho, is saying like it's the best statue ever. Like they don't want to look bad in front of him.
They're also attempting to justify the fact that they spent $1,600 to $2,000 on this thing standing in front of them. There is going to be some bias, I think, automatically based on that alone. The fact that they have a financial investment in this thing. So are they going to make concessions where they might not normally because of it? And I think that definitely happens.
Yeah.
What about the sideshow? Their line that they did with the lady with the
Court of the Dead.
What it's called. Yeah, Lord of Death or whatever that thing. Court of the Dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody was going bananas over that. There's no backstory to that or anything, is there?
There is backstory
no,
to
but
it.
you know what?
It's based on
book or comic book.
You know what
5
I think
books,
that is?
yeah.
I think that's people that like.
So see, I don't want. Sorry.
I think that's people that like that genre of stuff, and they can justify it. Like, you're into Conan, Matt. So like, if you see a warrior dude, like, you know what I mean? Like, someone you're gonna be more interested if it's a warrior dude. Or,
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I got to be honest with you. There's been a lot of groups and a lot of statues that came out. Like, there's a custom group that did a Conan, and I love Conan, but that Conan didn't speak to me. It looked like a Warcraft barbarian. I mean, there's a difference between a barbarian and Conan. I mean, it's kind of like it wasn't Conan. It was just another barbarian. So it wasn't.
But you're saying, but
you're
not
saying you're automatically
going
to have more of an interest in that thing than anybody else would because you like that thing. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not.
Well, you're fucking weird.
I mean, I said,
Jesus Christ.
I understand what you're saying, and I get that, right? I understand what you're saying. I get that, but
you gotta be a John, huh? You gotta make it hard for me.
Well, it's kind of like it's kind of like saying it's if you like fish, right? You like aquariums, you like tropical fish. Does that mean you're gonna like salmon or bass? No, I mean it's because it's a fish. It's not the same thing. I like Conan, but I like the character of Conan. I like it has a backstory, like Jarhead said. There's I read a lot of books, I read a lot of comics. If you just put a barbarian guy in front of me, that doesn't mean I'm gonna. I mean, yeah, it'll pique my interest, but it's not like.
That's what I'm. Yeah, it'll pique your interest. That's what I'm fucking saying.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah.
I think the only thing with like when you kind of get into criticizing people of just buying it because it looks cool, you have to be careful on that line because it's a little bit of gatekeeping to a degree, which you have to be careful because you don't want to also block people from getting into the stuff that you like. So, if they just buy something because they think it looks cool, maybe it'll prompt them to go and search out more stuff about that character.
That's true too.
Then they'll want to learn about it.
They'll learn the backstory of it just because they loved it so much.
Jose's asking Ed, so if you're a Batman fan and you see a Batman in a spacesuit, are you gonna buy it because it's Batman?
You guys are taking this to a whole nother fucking level, man. I was just saying.
Thank you, Jose.
If you're into fantasy,
something that you're
fantasy
interested in,
shit.
it draws your attention.
Yes.
It'll pique your interest. Yes, obviously.
He's not saying verbatim. It's got to be
Yeah.
a specific way. He's not saying that.
I like how
I
you
can
did
tell you. I look out my window and I see a Batman mixed with Venom, and I absolutely don't want it. But
yeah, but
Like-
there's a custom that looks really cool. there's a Venomized Batman. It looks really, really cool.
I think we're talking about the same one,
Brandon?
and yeah, it's subjective as it should be.
It just doesn't make sense. That just doesn't make sense.
I know.
It doesn't,
earlier-
but it looks cool. But it looks
Times
really.
interest.
You gotta admit, it looks really cool.
It does in a way,
I mean,
but it's
Just like that Magneto we were talking about earlier. It's like, it looks cool.
It does.
I
But
have
then,
that
you know what
problem.
though? But then I saw the comic, so there's some sort of story there. I haven't read it, but
I have
it's out
that
there.
problem with the death metal stuff. I know Terry will see it and be like, "What the fuck?" Like the metal stuff all looks really cool, but I think it's really fucking stupid.
Yeah, but that's funny you
But
brought up Terry
have you
though,
read the
because
story,
isn't
though?
he one?
No, I
He was
haven't
one
read the
though that
stories.
like bought the statues because they look cool, and then he started reading the books and figuring out what it was all about.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
but
a
how
perfect example.
how many people do that though?
Apparently.
Not very many.
A lot, man. I mean, you never know, man.
Not very many.
But I guess my point was I don't want to hinder them in any way from doing that, like giving them the
Why
opportunity.
not,
to
Brenton?
do
They're
that.
hindering you. You want to go fucking buy Bowen and Diamond Select, and you're like, "Oh, I don't want to hinder these motherfuckers." They're hindering you every day. Change your name again, huh, motherfucker? Jesus. They're gatekeeping you, bro. It's okay.
Statue Habit brought
Well-
this question up earlier. Are you guys hoping to see anything at Sideshow Con?
Nope.
Next question. Okay.
Oh,
Wow,
wow.
Weapon X.
An art print.
Weapon X.
Black Fury and Storm.
That'd be nice.
Or Cosmic Ghost Rider.
I would love a fastball special.
Oh, that would actually be pretty
'Cause
cool,
they,
man.
they made an art print about it, and I
Yeah.
would love to see that.
That would be cool.
How about you,
Would you
Cash?
buy that, even though if it was out of scale as like the 1/7 maquette
Yes.
that they do?
I'm-
It's
I'm-
worth
I'm-
it to you? Like
One
that?
fifth,
getting the-
mate.
I'm getting the Jean Grey, so that would be definitely worth it to me.
Oh wow.
Okay. That'd be
So-
cool to see then.
Like
I
the
like
Hulk,
that.
we were
They
talking about it
should do
earlier.
more of
The Hulk
those.
versus Wolverine was an awesome statue. You know?
She-Hulk.
They need more maquettes of like famous battles. Like I would love to see more of those if they did like lines of those for like
Yeah,
big
Thor and the
heroes.
Hercules would be.
I want to see
Brent-
more dioramas.
Brendan says $100 says at least one new statue of a forced perspective base.
That's
Yeah.
a safe bet.
What was the last diorama they get? Spider-Man Venom, right? Was that the last diorama they did?
Hulk.
Yeah.
Hulk
versus
versus
Hulkbuster.
I think is newer than that.
Hulkbuster.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think there's for the major characters, the highest money making characters out there. I think there exists a diorama for most of them. Your big sellers: Wolverine, Iron Man, Hulk, all of them.
They haven't done a
Batman,
Superman.
Superman.
I'd like Sideshow to do like 3 of those a year.
Right. They only do one, right?
Yeah.
You know,
And what
up
scale?
those a little bit.
Quarter scale.
Well, 1/7
True quarter
is
scale, not a
fine.
maquette.
Yeah.
Or,
1/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
that'd
would,
be fine.
I would prefer a quarter scale, but as long as the details there and it looks good, I wouldn't mind a smaller scale either. But I would want a quarter scale.
We'll see. I think it's like the end of the month, right?
It's going when
New
New
York
York
Comic
Comic Con's
I think
going.
it starts
Monday,
Monday
This
or
the
week.
something.
third,
Yeah.
3rd to the 9th, and then Spooktacular's a couple weeks later.
Dang,
see.
son.
Honestly, I want a Electra and a Bullseye.
Or Daredevil versus Bullseye. That'd be a good one too.
They did one, I think, a long time ago.
Daredevil
really?
versus
Well,
Bullseye.
see, that's why it's due for an upgrade.
Yep.
So was their Sabretooth Wolverine. But
They,
you know,
they did a fastball special a long time ago too, right?
I think Bowen did that one, the fastball
With
one.
the Bowen. I
Yeah.
seen something the other day on.
what's the
Colossus
fast
going-
special? Is that Colossus throwing Wolverine?
Colossus.
Yeah, that's like a maneuver that they had a long time ago. It's called fastball special.
I saw a post. I just saw a post for a guy selling that.
What?
Custom.
You know what it reminds me of? Did you collect like the old Marvel cards, like in that first series they did in like 1990?
I did. Yeah.
They had
I don't have them.
at the end of that series they had famous battles, and they had all these cards of these famous battles, and that's what it always reminds me of, and that's what I think they should take inspiration from.
All right, you guys, we can get to some pictures, and we started off with some classics. This is old school Bowen right here. Like, I love this setup, man. This belongs to Dion. Dion's like a master of this, man.
That's incredible.
What size were
Enjoy those
Bowens? Was
mini
that
busts.
1/6?
1/6.
Those mini
Well-
busts, like there's a lot of detail in the bases at the bottom of them. I'm
Mhm.
just always
Oh,
impressed.
yeah.
The Nova looks cool.
I love that Gladiator. This is a nice setup.
Dion, man. I need to get him on the stream one day.
I like that Gladiator in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a badass.
Gladiator's
pose.
always been kind of one of my favorite, like Marvel,
Yeah.
Universal characters.
Have you seen the I'm the Juggernaut bitch spoof?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah,
I
I've
love
got
how-
the Hard Hero Gladiator. I don't have the Bowen one, but I really like it.
ATF made a Gladiator that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So the only
It's the
one I
weird
don't
guy at the
recognize is the one on the far right, just above the Watcher. Who is that?
With his
It's
arms up.
Marvel.
That's Captain
Yeah.
Marvel. That's Janice Bell.
Oh, okay.
He died of cancer back in the 80s, I think.
I guess
Yeah.
they should have given him Thor's hammer. He would have lived.
Jeez.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I've got that. I've got that statue.
I wouldn't be. I'd be happy with this Silver Surfer right here. That looks pretty cool.
I like that pose on that. Silver Surfer.
Yeah, that's a cool one too.
Since Matt's here, can you explain something to me? Just because
I'll
I
try.
was looking at some of the Bowen stuff. So some of these Bowen statues are very museum, and then some of them have like a little extra. Like I see a Green Goblin that has like a smoke trail, and then he's on a glider. Is that a different scale, or is that
No, it's not
like
different scale.
series?
No, it's not. It's just when he was doing his thing. He was just designing the statues. As he saw them. You know what I mean? Most of his characters did have the simple museum pose, but I guess in his mind, a lot of the characters, he wanted to bring to life in an action pose, and a lot of those will be your main characters, like Green Goblin. You know what I mean? The Fantastic Four, they were all doing something in the Fantastic Four. But I think a lot of them were just simple museum poses, just power poses that he sculpted.
Oh, that character, I think, down below the bust is in the new Fantastic Four book I've been reading.
Which one?
What's his name? Annihilus? Is that Annihilus next to
Oh
Super
yeah,
Skrull?
with the wings. Yep,
Yeah,
that's Nihilus.
yeah, he's in that Alex Ross book that I've been reading. Great, by the way.
Is that the one that is all the Alex Ross art?
It's drawn completely by Alex Ross,
Okay.
and,
Yeah, I
and
think
he
I
did
saw
the
that.
story too. I believe he wrote the story for his. They kind of
Oh,
gave him free
interesting.
reign on it. Um, yeah, it's hardcover. They released it as a hardcover.
Hey, Cash, what do you think of this one?
Actually, we were inquiring about that, me and Mark. So we'll see if it's something that we get.
I feel
So
like
this
where's
is
Buck
the.
at?
This is
no,
a
because the arm looks weird. You see how like from the shoulder to the elbow, it's like pushed back, and then
Yeah, but
it comes
he's
front.
he's gonna say that, but that's a symbiote. That's an alien symbiote. So it's supposed to be deformed in a sense.
Yeah, he's probably stretching his arm out, so it's definitely turned.
Yeah, but
you
it
see his
looks like
hands
the
a lot
elbow,
bigger.
the forearm's twisted weird.
They won't let us make
As
anything,
to-
huh,
I
Eddie?
agree with you, Brenton.
I can see that.
It doesn't look right.
Well,
Take it
that's
back, Eddie.
but I think that's designed by intent.
How dare you?
I don't think so. Like
I
that's
don't
just
care how it was
that's a
designed, they
mistake.
fucked it up. Their
This still-
intent was it for it to look stupid. I hate
Who
that.
said that?
Well, no, it's when you come down, you put your arm down, and then at the elbow, you twist your arm in a way that it can't go.
It's dislocated.
It's like they attached it incorrectly.
It makes him look like a hunchback.
It's a hard knock life.
Oh god. I love the idea though, like or the swap out he created. It's badass, Francois.
Cool name.
Yeah, I mean, whether you like it or not, I do like the idea of people creating different accessories and swap outs for statues. I think that is kind of cool because I've always said like it would be really cool if the companies did actually do this and they would be able to get more money out of people who would want extra swap outs. But so I like people taking chances and doing this, and they'll probably sell 20, 30, 40 of them, and
Yeah, no, it's a really cool idea, and I think maybe that the bigger companies should pick up steam with this to help keep your statues maybe fresh or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they don't want to do that because then you're not spending the big money on a whole new statue as opposed to just upgrading some pieces in your current collection.
That's why they keep the data. Let's see, by us doing this, does this affect POs? Does this affect other purchases? And if the data comes back that it does, obviously it was just something we did in 2022.
It's almost
if it
like
doesn't,
it's almost like you're saying it should have had an exclusive with the axe.
I mean, their previous one did. Yeah, the previous one did.
Yeah, they should probably get back to that, offering some kind of exclusive, not, why, how do they pick and choose what statues get an exclusive and which ones don't?
No different than choosing to do 12 days art prints. I mean, you just roll with the flow and.
Well, I know, it's like they picked the name out of a hat. Oh, this one gets an exclusive.
Right?
I wonder if some of it has what there's space for in the packaging that they've developed.
Could be.
Well, wouldn't they develop that after the statue?
I don't know. I think they would develop it partially in a concurrent fashion.
Yeah, but I mean, it wouldn't be much to. No, because it's like this. Like, for example, you still have the same make all the packaging for the exclusive, but you don't get like if there's a hole in the styrofoam box for the extra whatever it is, everybody still gets the same box, but they just didn't get the head that came into the hole.
That is true.
That's what she said, Mr. X.
Right. You never know, man.
I can't unsee that now. His bicep is facing in the wrong directions.
It's not his bicep; it's his deltoid.
I'm telling you, his bicep is facing straight, and then his elbow and forearm.
Damn it,
are
guys!
on
I
to
just
the right.
wanted to buy a fucking custom, man. Jesus Christ! I just wanted to buy a custom for my.
We'll move on.
I'm tired of these snakes on this.
That's why you don't ever tell anybody something you like.
Martin Canale Sabretooth, right?
Sideshow, yep. But Gio had it repainted, so you'll see the difference. It sticks out. But I've seen this in person. It is really, really cool. This Sabretooth.
This is a big statue in person.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna tower over Wolverine. But yeah, it's definitely bigger statue.
Well, he should be bigger than Wolverine, right? Like that's
Yeah.
clearly
Oh yeah.
an
Yeah.
accurate thing.
And there's the difference right there. The one on the
Oh,
right's the
wow.
repainted. Yeah.
Night
A
and
little.
day.
Yeah. The sculpt is awesome, man. I love the sculpt, but with this new repaint, psh, it's crazy.
Really pops.
Mm-hmm.
You don't notice it until you put side by side. I don't think.
That's
You think
true.
so?
Like when
Yeah.
when
I
you
didn't notice
initially
it.
showed
You
me this,
showed
I
it.
had no idea what was painted. If you didn't do
Oh,
side
I
by
knew
side,
it.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I seen this before, so yeah, I kind of did.
Yeah, I know. So I was like, I saw Ryan's. I'm like, Ryan's ain't look like this.
but I feel like that I'm not surprised that Sideshow uses like a. They're like DC. It's like a muted color palette or something. Like they're afraid of brightness.
Dude, it's like now he actually has different teeth.
It does,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
There's a,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
it looks like there's
So the
more
sculpt was
texture on
there.
his face.
And it also looks like he used a flatter base paint too. You know what I mean? It's not as shiny.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh, shiny.
So cool.
Yeah.
Did he add sculpt at all to the face? I wonder.
I don't know.
mean-
I just think he just highlighted the lines and just darkened the lines
Yeah.
and make them more protruded. You know what I mean? I mean, it looks like a little bit of his lip, though. I don't know. Look at his upper lip on the left.
it's,
You know what I mean?
it's still there. It's just
You
that
might think it's
this
the
one's at
angle.
an angle. Yeah, it's like this
Oh,
one's.
okay.
Yeah.
It's enhanced, but see, it looks enhanced. It just looks like it makes it. It brought it out. Brought the
Oh
all the detail out, which is amazing. Did
What
he
movie is
actually
that
paint, or
from?
he sent it somewhere to get painted?
He had someone else paint it.
I think he sends it to the same painter every time.
Yeah, he's
Ian.
got something
Eddie,
in
would
his
you know?
local area, I think.
Would I know?
Yeah, what movie is that from? Where the guy keeps going enhance.
Oh yeah, Super Troopers.
Oh,
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
That's all I was thinking when Matt was saying about enhance.
It's
I
the
was
same
thinking-
guy. The same guy that does this like little scene right here.
Mother of God.
Yep.
I love that movie.
That's
I love Super Troopers, man.
Me
I
too.
thought that was Reno 911.
What? How dare you? Nah.
Same similar outfits, but different.
yeah.
No, this is why I was bringing up repaints. Like you guys.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's.
I will say, like, when I do, and I get it, like, there's never really a true ending, but when I do get to the point where it's like, yeah, I'm definitely keeping this, like Batman, for example, until they make another one, I could definitely see myself like, yeah, let me go ahead and contact the doctor and see, like, I think that logo needs something. I stuff like doing little nitpicks, you know.
Most definitely. Yeah, Geo. Oh, and then like I don't know if you guys want to talk about this mess right here. No, I'm kidding.
Make me big. I mean, full screen. I'm sorry.
What the fuck? I don't.
I love it,
Send
man.
just for Gal.
I mean, that's what I was looking at, Brendan. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
It's too much money.
I mean,
3,200 or is it 3,400 or is it more?
I think the type of collector that it would be in the market for something like this is going to buy it regardless, and I think that the majority of people that are making all the comments right now are likely to not buy it regardless.
That doesn't mean they're not wrong, though.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying that they're not wrong. Yeah, it's got some flaws. It appears to have some flaws. Yeah.
Who does the other one stuff besides J&D? Is it at Prime or is it Infinity or both? For
Who does
one
the other
third.
what stuff?
Queen.
Who does the other
stuff
Wonder
like
Woman?
this.
No, not for Bust. For 1/3.
Queen
Is it just J and
had
D?
No one has a 1/3
Prime
except
has
Prime 1.
1/3.
Prime 1. That's the only
Okay.
1/3.
So
They
so
think
do the
1/4.
general collectors think that J and D is the top tier in terms of accuracy, that closest as you can get to 100%?
I don't know
I think
about general,
some
but there's
do.
definitely a lot.
I think they're gonna buy it regardless. Like Eddie, he's not wrong. Yeah, there's flaws. But those people, I think they're just gonna buy
Yeah.
it anyways.
Yeah, I agree with you. The people that are the loudest in the comment section and on Facebook, they're not gonna buy it. I still don't.
It's not there to me. It's a gal, but it looks like a cosplay. I see the
So
pictures. It's not there to me.
I've seen four different J&Ds in person. I've seen the Arthur Fleck. I've seen the Wonder Woman, the Catwoman, and the Joker, and they're very impressive. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, but yeah, in certain angles and certain lighting, there's flaws to be seen. Sometimes you have to look hard for them, but they are very impressive.
You think
Overall,
all of them look better in person than they do in the pictures?
the Arthur Fleck was. You could tell it was their first. It was not something that I would necessarily recommend unless you're a big fan of that movie. But everything else was extremely well done. And pictures, for the most part, do it justice. But they are very impressive, even more so when you see them in person. Yeah. But the flaws are there. Yeah, the Selena Kyle, is definitely a little off. But you put that mask down, and it looks fucking great.
So, give me an example of the flaws, Nathan. What are you referring to when you say the flaws?
The Arthur Fleck looks like it just came out of a spray tan salon.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it looks the paint application on the silicone. I think that they were still figuring things out, and I don't think it should have shipped in the condition it was. Personally, the Joker sculpt, to me looks as just a tiny bit scrunched, like condensed top to bottom. But it's subjective, so it's a very minor flaw. But then again, you look at the tailoring on the suit, and there's nothing better out there. It is top notch. It is the best out there, really and truly. And the rooting that they do is very impressive on the hair. Very impressive.
If this was Prime 1 prices, I'd be interested in it. I would probably check it out. I would pre-order it maybe just to get it in and see what it looks like. Cuz I think it looks yeah, good catch. Cuz I think the likeness is there. It's just I don't know if it's the lighting on the pictures, but see, cuz this picture doesn't look bad. But I made it a big deal in the chat. She looks like her makeup looks messed up, or she looks like she has crow's feet or something. I don't know. Like her eye, she has dark circles around her eyes or something. But in other pictures, it looks good.
This picture looks really good right here, far away.
Squinting at it.
Yeah.
For me, it's
if it was like $1,500, $1,500 to $2,000, I'd be like, I don't know. But for like $3,500, fuck you.
It's 3,500, right? Yeah, it's around there. Yeah,
For
so
me,
double the price.
For me, it's just
and it's still sold out.
Yeah.
Because
these people
in an
are
hour.
the people that buy this. Like they don't even. They're the second you see the picture, they're like, sold. I want it. Like they don't even. It's J&D. I want it.
For me, that's. I don't know. To me, this is strictly me, my own IMO. It's not a statue. I mean, sometimes I think it's crossed the line to something else. It's more of a I think to me a statue is a sculpt of something. This is trying to create reality in a miniature version.
What's up, Mr. Popo?
Yeah, and there's more things to consider too. Like someone said, I think Brendan said, you're gonna have to work with the hair to get it to look this good. Like, you know, I don't want to.
Yeah, but what are you trying to? I guess what are you?
You're gonna have to curl it yourself and
I mean, what are you trying to? Right? What are you trying to? I mean, what are you? I don't know.
Well, I think it's just the argument. It's not going to come out of the box looking like this. When you get it in hand, it's not going to look like this picture.
No, but what I guess what I'm saying is, what do you? But see, something like that where you got to get there, you got to do the, you got to do the hair, you got to set the hair up, you got the silicone features, you got to, you know, you got to take care of it. It's just, I mean,
this looks photoshopped.
I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know. I guess to me it's like playing with dolls. I guess I don't know.
Well, I think that's part of the issue is that it just seems a little bit of maintenance that, you know, me personally, I kind of want to just open the box and not have to do anything with it other than put it together.
Well, no, it's not the maintenance aspect of it. It's just I don't know, the idea of it. I guess I don't know. It's not, to me. It's not a stat. It's not a sculpt. It's not a statue.
So
something.
Do you equate it to like playing with a Barbie or something, like a really expensive Barbie, because you have to like futz with the hair?
Oh my god! Look who showed up. Rashid says, "What's up, mofo's? Who bought this doll?"
Thank you, Rashid. I mean, to be honest, I mean, yeah.
What's up, Sam?
Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, it's different. To me, it's not a statue.
I'm on the Spec Fiction site right now, and I think the pictures on there look better than the ones that are showing right here.
Oh yeah,
they definitely have a doll-like appearance when you see them in person, and not only that, it almost looks like in a couple cases the paint application is makeup instead of paint. It almost appears to be caked on like a makeup type effect, as if it were actual makeup rather than paint. Although it is paint, I'm not trying to say, you know, make any other claims, but it does almost appear to be makeup.
Interesting.
We had an episode last night with John, and a lot of things going on. So I didn't get to stay for the whole thing, but I got to rewatch it. But yeah.
Did you watch it? Did you rewatch it?
I haven't had a chance. I've been out all day, but I definitely catch up on it.
Brenton was out of control.
Brenton? You don't say.
I'll definitely watch it now. But yeah, John has his.
I was like, what'd I do? I was trying to remember.
I don't know, man. I'm just messing with you, bro.
John
Buck was the one that was getting angry.
Every Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern. So we're there. Stop by. Oh, some memes real quick. Nobody, my bedroom fan that's been running on high nonstop for 3 years. When you make eye contact with a trash barber and his seat is open, Sundays, every Sunday, that happens to me, man. I'm like, oh, please no, please no.
You gotta make appointments, man.
Getting out of your car in the 90s was like, I remember this, I remember this. I hated these, and my mom had a van that was just just keep, you know, rolling it harder, you know, like keep rolling it harder. I was like, it's broken. What you do?
I had a sunroof that you had to crank open with one of those.
Wow.
It was a 1982 Volvo. That was my first car.
Yeah, the 240.
It was a DL, yeah.
DL2.
fucking tank.
What color was it? White?
Blue. It was an awful blue.
I had a white one.
It says,
wow.
excuse me while I plug my portable CD player into my car's cassette deck like a goddamn boss. So yeah, this would go inside the cassette player. Yeah. This would go inside your CD player.
Yep.
And
And
it
then
was
every time you hit a
awful.
bump, it would skip
Yep.
because those portable CD players were not durable.
Doing better if there's a sport on it.
This one's funny. 7-year-old me when the game stopped working.
Hell yeah, blowing the dust out of there fixed everything.
Oh man. And yeah, this is I think we were talking about this person earlier. Jarhead, right?
Yeah. He's got 2 Shoguns in there.
Hey, I'm just more impressed
What do you
with
mean,
it.
two
He
shoguns?
shined and waxed that floor. Is what
Yeah.
he
He's
got
did
two-
before he took these photos.
He knew Brendan was gonna watch it. Earn cash.
You could see a reflection in there. Look at that. Look at the reflection of the statues there. You can't
Super.
tell.
He's got to get some
Man,
spotlights for the
you love to
statues
see
in the
it.
back corner.
Yep. Looking
Fires
good,
on the
man.
wall.
This person, appears to be at a point to where they do it because they can, and good for them.
Yep.
It's a relatively new pick.
It's
This
I
is
don't-
Very
I don't-
impressive.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 2 Batgirls. He's got 2 Deathstrokes.
2
It,
Poison
uh,
Ivies.
I will say that a couple.
It doesn't
of these
look bad
are
how he displays it though.
They're hard to get, and with him having 2 Ivies, that's an Ivy that another collector out there that's been looking for one for quite some time can't have. But it is what it is.
Man, come on. I disagree with that. So what's the difference between the 2 Shoguns? that's no
Different
different.
swap
The
out.
heads.
The head sculpt,
He just-
the
he
chest
just swap
plate. I
out.
think he's got the different chest plate on it.
So are those swap outs, or is like one an exclusive and one's non-exclusive, or what?
No, there's just swap outs.
No, there's no exclusive to this. There's just 3 head sculpts. The earlier samurai pieces had a extreme amount almost of swap outs, especially like Batgirl, the OG Batman. There's quite a lot. Like Batgirl came with 4 head sculpts.
It's
It's quite
crazy.
obscene.
We've talked about this before on some of the streams. Would you buy 2 statues so you can display them with different swap outs? And I'll be doggone if this dude hasn't done it, man. To me, it looks great. I love it.
Supposedly he bought 2 of each because he's gonna put them somewhere else. He's got another display or something somewhere else. He's gonna end up putting them somewhere.
In my personal
Casual,
opinion,
can you go back to that last picture?
This one?
No, the one with the cases that we were looking at on the left side, the one that was straight on with here. All I can see in that top right with the 2 Red Hood and the penguin, it looks like a band.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out.
It's because the umbrella looks like a hi-hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, Nate, you put a drum.
You guys were talking about all the other pictures, and I was just like, that's an interesting band up there.
No, guitar though. Not much anymore, but I did for many years.
So he's got a lot of pieces though. He's got 2 of.
Yeah.
That looks pretty cool, man. I like that.
Grim Knight.
Pleasure,
yeah.
double the fun.
There's the new Domino, right? Or not Domino.
Katana.
Yes, Katana.
Wow, look at that. The peg goes all the way in right.
Then Phoenix. Phoenix custom capes. I'm gonna order one from him pretty soon, but his capes are coming along pretty nice. If you guys have the Superman Hush, he has both versions, so call Phoenix up. Pretty badass, I think. Mixing in black.
I think he said you can get wired and unwired.
Yep.
Or just drapes.
Like this one right here.
I like the drape.
Yeah.
I like the drape too. It's cool because you see the Bowens in the back. It's like, I love how he has Bowens on top. I should have kept my Bowens.
Can't get away from it, can you, Steve?
A Cyclops was my favorite. Yeah, it was really cool. And then Mr. Popo decided to get a DK3 the other day. You bastard. It's really cool though. I think he's on the chat. Yeah, there he is. This guy right here.
Didn't
What?
he rebuy it?
He
Didn't
rebought
he?
it, yeah.
Yeah. I've never done that before, but if you love something enough, I get it. I understand it for sure. Hopefully, you don't have to pay
Punishes,
more
man.
the second time, though. That would feel shitty.
Well, you get that seller's regret. You know what I mean? You sell something or you get rid of it, and it's like, man, I really like that piece. I shouldn't have sold it. And you wait for it to pop up again somewhere, and you pick it up.
Well, that, or he needed money for something, and he's like, well, this will still be around someday. I'll circle back to it at some point if need be.
Could be.
Yeah, but thanks for sharing, Mr. Bubba. It looks awesome on the dinner table. It's like a good idea too.
I've always considered it, but it's the base is a little bit too big on this one, and the width is a bit much. But man, I've seen it in person several times, and it's awesome. It's really great. Those wings, man.
The ones on the eagle, it's insane.
It's crazy.
And you guys, unfortunately, that's the last picture of tonight. So,
Man,
I know, man. Gotta save them for Tuesday,
I like that dude's setup, man. The samurai stuff.
Gotta hit him up soon. There's somebody in Virginia that has a setup like that. He doesn't like getting. I'll talk to you about him.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Cool. Saturday, 11 o'clock at the club, and nah, man. It's so funny because I keep talking and I smell the Jack Daniels coming off this microphone, and I'm just like, dang, I kind of want to have another drink.
What? What you talking about?
I went to 2 silos earlier today. What'd you say, Eddie?
You can smell Matt's drinking, is what you're saying.
I don't drink. That's iced tea.
Iced tea.
Whole peak, man. What's wrong with you?
No, you guys want to bring up you guys want to bring up anything before we close shop, or are you guys good? Anything? You guys want to bring up anything?
I'm going to Frankenstein tomorrow.
Anybody any football picks for tomorrow?
Except for football. No kidding.
Oh, I hate to see it, man.
No, you're good. If you want to play football, I stopped watching for a while.
Yeah, I'm not watching either.
I think I'm getting hosed out of watching the local game tomorrow, so I'm kind of upset about that. Because the way that the NFL works, the away team determines the network that covers it.
Yeah.
So being in Pennsylvania, the Jaguars are coming to Philadelphia, so it's going to CBS, but they're only playing the Steelers game.
Oh wow!
So I'm like, you sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Rashid is asking who's going to New York Comic Con. I'll be there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I'll be there too, but I'm just going Thursday.
Collect your steak. That's it.
Yeah, I want my steak. Oh, we still got to fight too. So
I think isn't Rashid up there?
Friday.
Isn't Rashid in New York?
Yeah, I think he's up there.
You guys better live stream that fight.
I know, it should be like a pay-per-view. We can
place your bets.
Maybe revisit this.
I thought about going, Steve, but I can't swing.
Where are you gonna stay, Jarhead?
I'm staying in Queens.
Oh, me too. What part? Sunnyside?
Good question.
Good luck with that.
Where is it? Where is it actually going to be?
Like north of Manhattan?
Yeah, it's like
in what's that? Jarvis Center?
Yeah, Jarvis Center.
Yeah. South side of Queens. I'll probably see him there too. Shoot.
Thanks, Rashid. Appreciate that.
You should come up, Matt, on a Friday. Take the train, Union Station. You're good.
We can all go to dinner. We can all go to dinner.
Think about it. See, this is what Eddie was talking about. Just because all of us are going, you don't have to go, Matt.
Enablers.
Say no. Yeah.
Yeah, the train ride is nothing, right?
Oh yeah, 3 hours, 4 hours.
It's 3 hours. Got it.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask how far it is.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Hit me up,
drink
Steve. I
on
don't
the
know. Maybe,
train.
maybe not. I don't know. I'll see what's happening. Yeah, play
What'd
by
you
ear.
say? What'd you say, Eddie?
Can you drink on a train?
They sell alcohol, but I don't know if you could drink in a different car.
Oh, you have to be in the food car or whatever.
Yeah. Have you guys heard have you guys seen that movie with Brad Pitt in that what's that movie called?
I haven't
Bullet
seen
Bullet
it. but I
Train.
wanted to.
Bullet Train.
It's good. You
Is it
have
really?
to watch. It's really, really good. Yeah.
I'll check.
I think
I'll
it's on
check that out.
HBO now, but it's really, really, really
It's
good.
on
Is it on
HBO?
HBO?
Really?
Oh,
I
then I'll
think
watch it.
so.
There's no
I
way.
think so.
We talked about it a little bit after show.
Did anybody
after
watch-
show last night?
Did
Yeah,
anybody
you,
watch the
didn't
new?
you see it, Nathan? You
Monsters?
said you saw it, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
Did
Yeah.
anybody watch the new Monsters movie or no?
Nope.
Knew what?
No,
Eddie-
I heard about it though.
I want to watch that
That's,
movie. man.
weren't you in that, Eddie?
Ha, 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 ha. I never heard that before.
Rashid says, just be careful. Crazy things are happening in the trains lately.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos of
Dude,
things going on.
there was a
Like
shooting.
what?
There was a shooting.
There was
at
a
my,
lady getting beat up by some homeless guy.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? He's talking about the subway?
Yeah, things are going back to normal.
Oh,
That's all it is.
come on, Rashid. You know, Rashid called the subway, not the trains. You know, the train means the Amtrak long journey. Subway means the local between the boroughs.
Rashid's
Yeah,
about to call you out.
He beat her up so bad that she's got to get a new, her eye taken out.
Oh my god.
And nobody did anything. People were just recording it.
Oh my.
You know, there was a guy that went out there to help her, and he came after him, and he ran. I'm like,
What a
and then he went
fucking-
right back to beating her up.
That's right. Subway, Wolfo. That's right. Subway. Yeah, cool.
Rashid would be your tour guide. Nah, man, I'm hoping to go check out hopefully some statues, but if not, just go hang out and stuff and go through the artist alley like 50 times.
Yeah, that's the thing. I guess my concern would be it's a Comic-Con, so it's kind of like how many statues are going to be there?
A lot of companies said they're not going to be there, but I don't know if anything's official yet. And there's I don't know. We'll see.
That sucks.
Yeah.
They'll still have a lot of vendors there selling them.
Yeah, but
There's
it's more of a.
there's
It's more of
deals
a. I don't know. To me, it's the Comic Cons are more of a swap meet for comic collectors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Guys,
So,
go down to
Um,
Vegas. Go to the Queen Studios thing.
Psh.
In art event.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, it's more. Is it more in art than Queen? Than more like statue stuff?
I thought it was the in art launch event or something.
Oh, okay.
Are there other statue companies going to be there, or is it just Queen?
No, it's like Queen's event.
Yeah,
It's like
Queen.
their own con. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys, Eddie, you said you're going to Frankenstein's. We're going to go there for tomorrow. So just
We do a collector like Mario. Mario kind of plans collector meets. So I'm meeting
Oh,
up
that's
with
tight.
some,
yeah.
some of the guys that we go every couple of months. They're more.
Where's
They're statue guys actually. They're a lot of them are getting into statues, but I think they started in the hot toy community, but they are buying more statues nowadays.
where's it at?
It's in
California.
yeah,
I wish it was
it's
here.
In, why am I
Steve,
blanking
man, you
on
need to
the
start
name?
one on the East Coast.
City of Industries. It's like in Orange County or like towards that side,
Is Anaheim?
closer to Anaheim.
Oh, okay.
But
Brendan
they
saying,
have a booth. They have like there's a booth there that sells a lot of hot toys and statues. So I usually get to see like some Prime One stuff. They don't ever have like J&D or Queen. Like it's mostly Prime One, Sideshow. There's a booth there that has a lot of customs, which is crazy, but you can see some statue stuff. It's cool.
yeah, man, take some pictures, man. Take as many pictures as you can tomorrow.
I don't like people judging. I'm not a picture guy. I'll send pictures in the group chat, but like, you know, if you're expecting me to send amazing pictures, it ain't gonna happen. I'll tell Mario to send me his. Mario's pretty good at taking pictures.
Brendan won't say anything.
Yeah, he won't.
Yeah, people could be savages about pictures, man.
Yeah.
I
No,
know that
man,
happens
so-
every Tuesday.
Oh,
No, so we'll have one more episode Tuesday, and then Comic Con for the rest of the week, and then hopefully come back with nothing, and share some pictures. I don't think I could do the whole
He's gonna do an unboxing on
right
the following
on Tuesday.
Man, I was
Change
at
my mind, you
Comic Con
guys.
and I couldn't resist it.
But we'll see. But yeah, man, what time is it? It's almost 11:30. But you guys got anything? You guys want to bring up Cash? You want to bring up next episode or anything?
Yeah, man, I'm just going live every Saturday. Just trying to enjoy the Halloween stuff with the community, giving away art prints each Saturday. Today we gave away a Child's Play art print. And what's next is either Halloween, Friday the 13th, Universal Monsters, and one other I can't remember. At the end of the all 5 weeks, all 5 winners will be put into pin the name on the thing, and whoever wins a $25 gift card. You can choose between Sideshow, Spec, or Best Buy or Amazon, your choice. So
nice.
Steve, I've got a plug for Terry, if you'll allow me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So some of you guys on the panel might know I've got the XM Batman Who Laughs coming in, I believe Monday or Tuesday this week. And Terry has the Prime 1. And he's been wanting to compare and contrast and create some content for his channel, Gotham Cenobites. And so I was going to collaborate with him in the coming week or so. And he's going to put together, a objective, or as objective as possible, kind of company versus company showdown between the two. And so, yeah, I'm excited about doing it and making the content for Terry and helping out his channel. So, yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, Terry's all about that metal line, and I'm sure he's gonna have something to say. So do your homework, Nathan.
Yeah, I put a lot of thought into which one I chose, and I had initially ordered the Sideshow version and had it paid off for a while. I used a bunch of points, and in the end, I ultimately canceled it. They had delayed it, and so I was essentially given a small window to cancel it without fear of losing any deposits. And they refunded all the points I had used, even and everything. So I looked at it and decided I wanted the XM instead. That I wanted it more. So that's what drove me to cancel that.
Cool. And when does that air? Is that tomorrow? You said?
Oh, it's not. It hasn't been filmed yet. I've got. I don't get the statue in until early next week.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
And so I would say look for it 1 to 2 weeks after. I don't think we're going to be doing anything live for it.
Okay.
It will be edited and whatnot. But yeah, look for it soon for sure.
Awesome. Thanks, man. And Brenton, how about you? You got anything coming up? Question of the week?
Nope. That's typical Sunday, usually up by 1 p.m. Eastern is question of the week. So I was actually doing some prep work tonight before the show. So hopefully have that up on time.
Sounds good, man.
I was watching your most recent episode, and I couldn't help but think to myself that you sounded like Andy Rooney. And it's not an insult. It just reminded me of Andy Rooney a little bit. But
nope.
I've enjoyed every episode, Brendan. I gotta tell you.
Well, thank you, Nathan.
I think they're good.
I think they're great. Yeah, definitely. And Eddie, you're out of retirement. You're like.
Nah, I'm just having fun streaming now and then.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing.
Oh, good, man. You still gotta send me a list of wine I gotta try out from Costco or from wherever because.
Oh, from Costco. I'll send you. Next time I'm at Costco, I gotta remember to send you stuff that I think is good there.
Sounds good. And Jarhead, man, I hope I see you, man. Like, don't be ducking this fight now. So like,
Oh, you got.
Oh, you think I'm gonna be the one ducking it? I'll be hunting you down.
go put a mask on and be like, hey.
How tall are you, Jarhead?
How tall am I?
Yeah, how tall?
A very tall 5'7".
Oh wow. And Steve, what are you like? You're 5'5", right?
6'2".
Oh,
I guess I'm gonna have to knock you down a couple pegs.
At this point, you guys won't even see each other at New York Comic Con because it's going to be so crowded. You won't be able to see over the people.
I get it.
That's messed up, man.
That was a hype joke.
Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, so I'll be seeing Jarhead Thursday, I guess. Is it when you're gonna go to Comic Con?
Yeah, this is when I'll be there.
And Matt, how about you, man? You got anything coming?
No. No, I don't. I mean, just waiting on a couple of regular license plates that Quick Studios I've been waiting on forever. But
November.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I are in the same boat with that one. So
yeah, it's crazy.
So, Jarhead, you're going to just be there for one day in New York?
No, I'm going to be there until Saturday. I just got a ticket for the one day.
Oh, you got a ticket for the one day?
Yeah, but I'm going to be around New York, sightseeing. So.
Got it.
Yeah, I think a lot of like Batman statue collectors group is going to be there too, but I don't know if they're going to.
They're doing a meet and greet there too, I think.
Yeah, I saw something on that. They're going to be meeting somewhere in Jarvis Center, but we could probably stop by, I don't think it'll hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put my CMP shirt on,
Wow.
Nah. But let me let you guys go. It's 11:31. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday, and you have a great weekend. Peace, you guys.
Cheers, everybody.
Good night.